If Lands Could Kill, featuring Knifecity, Ryke, Samhain Crow, and Hot Sauce.
All right, well, welcome to If Lands Could Kill. My name is Knifecity.
This is Ryke.
Samhain Crow.
Hot Sauce.
That was the proper order.
Even.
That was a proper
It's like
order.
we've done this before.
Didn't have to point or nothing.
Nothing. It's almost like we've done this 20 times before.
Is this 21?
This is 21. The podcast is officially old enough to get fucked up.
That's perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to take it out for a drink, maybe touch it. You know, it's passed out in the back seat.
I'm doing that already.
Do you guys think that 21 is the perfect age? Like, you know, is everyone that's under 21 wants to be 21? Everyone that's over 21 wants to be 21? Is that
like
true
the
or no?
16-year-olds.
Not for sex, goddammit.
You mean like, what, are you talking about like for partying or just in life in general?
Life in general. Is that common, or what's the age that people are like, no, this is what I want to be? If they're younger, they want to be it. If they're older, they want to be it.
Well, I think everyone who's under 21 definitely wants to be 21. Like, I got this coworker, he's like, I don't know, 18 or something, and he was like he wanted to hit on this chick at work, and he's like, nah, man, like, she's 21, like, she doesn't want to hang out with, like, somebody who can't go to bars and shit, and I'm like, well, that sucks for you.
Yeah, right.
She has a nice ass.
That ass makes up for it. That ass adds a few years.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, like, I don't know if people over 21, like if you're over 30, yeah, you want to be 21 again. But if you're like 25, like,
you probably don't care.
Yeah, you probably don't care.
Right.
Pretty comfortable around.
All right, that's
age.
fair. So there's an exception to the rule then. Basically.
What were you doing when you were 21, Hot Sauce? Like, just give me a brief, like, did you hate your life? Were you running around naked, partying the whole time? Like, what's going on?
Location, Pacific Beach, California.
Oh, not this again.
9:30 p.m. Not a dark and stormy night. Nice 75-degree weather.
That's when you were, like, hitting up all the bars.
Yeah,
and BB,
that's
right?
pretty much all I did during that time. Brenton was actually single during that time, so he would actually
I was out there too.
do the same thing.
What?
Brenton was like, there are surprising stories about Brenton of that.
Who's Brenton?
That time.
I don't know who that is.
I need to stop saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I don't know
should.
who that-
you should do
that guy is.
the Mario coin.
That was good. That worked out nicely. That's some good editing there, sir.
I take pride in it. So you were partying with him?
Yeah, I was
Oh
out
my
there after
goodness.
work.
Honestly, we were hanging out a lot back then.
Spending a lot of money, drinking a lot of alcohol.
That's the problem. I actually
Hitting up a lot of bars.
got my first massive credit card bill.
Yeah.
We're like, by the end of the year, I have $3,000 in credit card debt. I'm 21 years old. That doesn't make enough money to have $3,000. I mean, it's taken care of, but you know.
Where did we go?
No, I still have my debt from 21.
Oh, yeah?
Because right when I turned 21, I lost my solar job because I just didn't have any more work. And I was like, well, you know what? I can go get another job, or I can drink my money away and have a good time. And then a credit card got sent to me. I was like, oh, well, more good times.
Free money, right?
Perfect.
Free money.
You're like, I'm just going to claim bankruptcy. Let's live it up. It's fine.
What were you going to say, Rick?
I was trying to think. Didn't we take you out somewhere for your 21st birthday down in PB?
Yeah, we went to
Was it PB Bar and
Yeah,
Grill?
PB Bar and Grill.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
Vaguely.
everyone buys you like the joke shots, you know,
Oh,
the cement mixer.
Yeah, the cement mixer.
all the apple
mixer.
I just threw up in my mouth.
All the shit
Please-
now that we would just like.
Please explain
retch
what a
at.
cement mixer is.
You know, I don't even really know. I know that it's
It's chunks in a glass.
Well,
yeah,
just, I mean,
it's like-
explain how it goes down.
it's
I don't even know what's in it.
not Kahlua, Bailey's. Like Bailey's is a cream,
right.
and I think that mixed with like vodka and something else,
Like
I think
151, right?
or 151, and that,
Something
and then
super strong.
Once you throw it in your
There's
mouth.
two things that curdle, though, that mix together on top of
Yeah,
like
it's a
vodka.
catalyst effect. It's like, but I think the Bailey's is the thing that
I'm ready to
curdles,
puke right
and
now.
that 151 is the thing that curdles the Bailey's.
So explain.
So
how it goes down.
you put both of those in a shot, and when you take the shot, you don't swallow it yet.
Yeah,
you mix you
Shake it in your
shake
mouth.
you shake your head around, and you mix it up, and as you mix it up, it instantly curdles. It is, and it turns into. I mean, like, I can't even tell you.
It's
it
like-
curdles.
It's like swallowing down puke.
It's fucking cottage cheese.
It's like throw up in your mouth.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah, it is. And then you have to swallow it because that's part of the thing, and then you do. and then
you never have one again.
And then you never have one again. And then you have the Four Horsemen, which is like all the popular names, you know.
Jose Cuervo, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, and I always forget the last one. It's another whiskey.
It's the Irish whiskey, Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah, they're all good friends in real life.
It's not Irish, I don't believe.
That is very.
You're probably right, actually.
I've had that a couple times, and it's.
Yeah, Four Horsemen.
Let's have the kilt on.
It's a thing.
Indeed. Yeah, you're probably right. I drink like strictly bourbon. I don't even go to Scotch. Ryke goes to Scotch.
Yeah,
I don't go to
just bought a
Scotch.
bottle.
What's it called? What is like where wine has tannin? What does Scotch have that bourbon doesn't? What's that name?
What the fuck is tannin?
But anyways,
the fancy.
Well, bourbon uses
wine thing.
no, but isn't
corn
Scotch
and
has like a
tannin
Scotch has like a
Fucking
peat?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if something's really peaty,
Give me
that's
some
the
wine
word.
in a
Yeah.
box. I want
It's
to
like
space
peat.
bag that shit.
Yeah, peat is like a kind of a moss type deal that they dry out and they use it to.
And it gives it this
process.
flavor that I don't like.
It's a real smoky flavor.
So wait, did he explain what the wine was in like?
No, we're just making fun of you guys. How do you even know that word?
Yeah, you'll hear it later.
It's like the.
You're talking to a guy who drinks PBR, and the other guy who's
That's my
such an
main shit.
alcoholic that he can't even drink anymore.
Well, yeah.
It's like the rind of fruit that tastes that bitter taste, and that's what like red wines have that other wines don't.
Okay, Mr. Scientist.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, Sauce is our saucy bitch at the cast.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, get the wine glass that holds an entire bottle of wine because my boyfriend broke up with me.
Of course. I want to tell my 21st birthday story. It was a dark and stormy night. So I was working downtown, and there's a House of Blues down there, and I saw that Rancid was going to play on my 21st birthday.
Nice.
What?
Holy shit.
Stars have aligned.
Yeah,
Yes,
really. though.
everything
Saturn
lined
and
up.
Venus are fucking each other.
So I buy the
Where's Uranus?
Where hasn't
We don't
his
play no
anus been?
It's really hard to get to your anus.
So you have to wait 6 months, and then you can get there.
Well, your game plan didn't work, so apparently you never got there.
Damn it! Don't bring that up.
Yeah. Way to stab me in the back.
No, it's not right to you.
No, you stick the knife and twist. So anyways, I buy a ticket for me and my buddy, David.
The cunt story.
The cunt story guy. Like,
Good story.
months in advance, and plan it all out. And we get a bottle and smoke some weed and blah, 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 and then we take the trolley down to downtown. And pretty much, make a long story short, we get so fucked up and so sidetracked that we miss the fucking show.
Oh, you didn't make it?
Yeah, we're like standing outside drinking with these random fucks like in an alley or some shit.
You're having a good time. That's
Yeah,
the
we're
problem.
having
You're
a
actually
great
having a
time.
fun time, so you're not even thinking about the concert. When sober, you's like, you idiot.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
you just miss.
We walked up to the door and they're like, "Yeah, it's about to end. You can't go in." I was seriously. I mean, I've done some not great things in my life that I regret, like DUIs and not using a condom and all that stuff. But that's the thing I regret
little
most.
Pedro.
Just little things.
That's the thing I regret most in my entire life is missing that show.
Not the abortion the chick had without the condom?
No. Well, I mean, the warts just keep coming back. But so, anyways, that was seriously the point in my life where I was like, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing with my life because I just missed my favorite fucking punk band.
Isn't that
in the
great, though,
world.
that it's your 21st birthday, you're not even supposed to drink yet, and you're already like, I shouldn't be drinking anymore. It's like the first day.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really.
Oh, yeah.
I was like drinking since I was like 13, but yeah. So for the next like 2 years after that, I was like trying to get sober. But yeah, that was horrible, horrible story.
So what do you think? Introductions, starting with Ryke.
With me. I know. I've been I turned my Xbox on the other night for the first time in like a couple of months since Destiny came out. But I didn't play Destiny. I was actually playing fucking GTA 5 again. I had bought GTA 5 when it first came out, and I played like 4 or 5 hours into it, and then I just stopped. Because it wasn't doing it for me then, but I just recently picked it up and started back on the store. I'm probably like maybe 60% of the way through the game. And I'm like, why did I fucking stop playing this game? It's actually really fucking good.
Oh yeah, dude, that game is good. I didn't
Really
finish
good.
it, but the shit I did play, I was like, it's awesome. My disc fucked up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so-
I remember this.
So yeah, I just couldn't play it anymore. But I haven't got back around to it. But I know that game is absolutely solid. Did you just got it on the Xbox One, right?
Yeah, I'm.
They released on GTA. Or
Yeah.
Xbox One.
They released it, and then you can do like a first-person point of view and everything. And it's pretty fucking good. I haven't like gone too far into it, but enough to where,
The story's getting there. But yeah, that's the thing with GTA. Like all the fucking GTA games is like you gotta like. Well, for me at least, I gotta fucking like make a point when I'm playing the game, not just like fuck around. Because that's all I want to do is just like go fuck around and like drive bitches over and do
Drive
crazy.
bitches over.
That's one of my favorite things. Driving the bitches over.
Over the cliff.
Yeah, over the cliff.
Madness.
No, there's like so much shit you can do, like all the little side games or like just fucking they have like tennis and like all this weird shit you never want to do.
Bowling
You're like,
and pool.
You're like, this is the dumbest shit ever, but I can't stop playing.
They have a shooting range in a game where you're supposed to shoot fucking pedestrians.
I go out to the street and like shoot everything. But it's like one of those games where I have to like mentally think about like, okay, fucking stop doing whatever you're doing and like just drive to the next mission because
You get,
you're
like, sidetracked.
never gonna progress the story. You're
Some
just
guy
gonna be,
cuts you off and you follow him for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucker, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker.
Where do you live in this virtual game? I'll follow you home.
I've done that before. Where, like I get
Where do you go?
I get out of the body shop and my car's all nice, and some fucker just knocks into me for no reason. I'm like, this motherfucker's gotta die now.
Yeah.
You know how much time
Gotta
I spent? I
pay.
spent
Yeah.
5 minutes doing that.
And you're not even happy to do it. You're just like, dude, you didn't have to die, man. Like, I don't want to do this.
It's out of principle.
Yeah, man.
Could have gone on living our lives, but no.
Yeah, living the virtual lives that we live.
You're going to be late to dinner.
I like the way you die, boy.
Yeah, I like the way you die.
But yeah, but just playing that and starting that back up in the story, and it's actually gotten really good. I think every GTA game I've played since GTA 3 has been really good with the story wise, and I don't know why I stopped. I should just fucking finished it back when I started playing, but it's getting good, and I've been doing that and fucking been going to the range a lot more, to the gun range.
Golf range?
Yeah, golf range. But I'm looking into getting a new handgun. I think I talked about this last time, but I'm still I'm like on the fence between. I've narrowed it down to 2 handguns I really want. They're both fucking super expensive, but I can't decide which one I want. But
And they are,
we got the
some
SIG
listeners.
226,
that's what I'm going to get.
which is balls expensive,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the one I want. And then it's a gun from the Czech Republic, or I don't think they call it the Czech Republic. It's Czechoslovakia, and it's a CZ75, which is it's comparable if you ever seen like a Beretta, like it's all like steel. That's like their big thing. But yeah, anyways, that's what I've been fucking up to.
Beautiful.
It's been good shit. I love blowing shit up, man. Shooting holes in paper. It's expensive. It's like every time I pull the trigger, it's like throwing a quarter at paper. Or like each round's about
A
like
quarter or more.
Yeah, or more. It's probably like 30 cents. But yeah, expensive hobbies.
What are you going to do? What else? Who's next?
Uh,
Go.
me?
Duh.
So I've had some very like first world. You shut the fuck up,
Louie! Time to do a podcast.
Yeah, stop smoking crack. Bullshit, you're smoking. So I've had some very first world problems lately. More specifically, gamer problems, to where, like in the beginning of November, I started buying some Xbox One games, and then in that time, also buying my girlfriend 3DS for Christmas, and then the winter Steam sale came along,
That Steam sale.
and then I've been buying like random games on my tablet. So,
Going nuts.
dude, so I got The Evil Within, GTA 5, and the new Call of Duty, like all in the relatively same period of time. And then I got, for Christmas, I got A Link Between Worlds. It's the new Zelda game for the 3DS.
Louis! God damn it!
And then I got some Mario games for my girlfriend on 3DS.
They still make Mario games?
They still make Mario.
They're going to make it forever.
Yeah.
They really will.
I'm just kidding.
You know this, I know,
That's their
but I'm just saying.
breadwinner.
It's
Yeah.
I'm never getting fucking. He's gonna be like 1,000 years old and like fucking
the same age.
crutches and yeah, it's like the Simpsons. They never get old.
Ah, damn, I was going to say that, you bastard. And then also on the Steam sale, I got Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh, that's such a good game.
Dude, just a super
Almost
throwback.
I
Almost
saw
as good as
that
Duke Nukem
Twitter
Forever.
post.
Yeah, I was editing the podcast and playing Duke Nukem. I got Shank 2, Bleed, Super Meat
I
Boy.
like how you put Shank and Bleed together.
Yeah, because they're they're all like side
Sorry to
scrollers. And then I got Skyrim for $9.99 because everyone talked about it and blah blah blah.
I don't know how you had to play that to that point.
Yeah.
And then, not done yet, I have The Walking Dead Telltale Games, and then I have The Wolf Among Us Telltale Games I'm going through. And so I just have way too many fucking games.
You have a backlog.
And I just bought a Chrono Trigger on my tablet.
That's a good game.
So
That's on a tablet now?
yeah, they just put it on
I'm
the
getting
tablet.
that for sure.
So,
I'm not counting, but that's 15 fucking games.
yeah, and there's more that I'm just not thinking of. So basically, it's like reading a book for me. I only like to read one book, so I can just finish it and then move on to the next one. So I've been playing 5, 10, 15 minutes, half hour of all these games. I move to one, move to the other, and also playing Magic at the fucking same time. And I'm back into Hearthstone, so it's I have ADD and I can't focus on one game, and so none of them are fulfilling. I play it and I'm like, this isn't fucking exciting. I don't give a shit about the storyline. Whatever, I move on to the next one. Same thing, play it for a little bit, move on to the next one. So I made a New Year's resolution. Not really, but kind of.
Not really. I don't think anyone. Everyone makes New Year's resolutions, but not really.
You're I'm not a fucking mom or teenage girl, so I don't. Not
Thank
for
you.
reals.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Let's
appreciate
have a handshake
that.
across the table right there.
I made a New Year's resolution to gain 10 pounds, so.
Yeah, exactly.
If I lose weight, then I'm like, hey, fucking.
You know that fat underneath your bicep, on the bottom of your arm?
Yeah.
I want that. That's what I want.
When I wave, I want it to jiggle.
Yeah, that's what I want.
But, so I just focused.
Just picture that 50-year-old fat chick who shat on the trolley station.
She had bat wings for sure.
The bat wings.
So I'm focusing on Zelda: A Link Between Worlds because it's the same map as the one from the SNES. It's the same one as what's it called? I forget.
Ocarina of Time?
No, the one for the SNES. Anyways,
No, Link to the
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past. Yeah.
So it's the same map, but some stuff is in different places, and obviously there's, you go to the desert and it's way different, but still it's kind of like the same map. So I'm really enjoying that, and the only thing that sucks about it is you just buy your gear instead of finding it in the dungeons.
Yeah, it's really streamlined because here's what I did with it is that I never bought one single piece because you're able to rent it, and you rent it until you die. And once you die, then you have to rent it again.
Right.
The problem is, if you die, you just go. I just go back to my last load point. I just load the last save or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I have all my shit still because I'm not gonna go do that again.
Yeah.
It's faster to just go back to that rather than have to go travel to him and then go back to where you were.
Just hacked that shit for him. He didn't think about that.
Oh, I used to do that all the time with video games.
Broke the game.
But
Quick save every 10 seconds.
so I'm fighting Ganon right now. Or whatever, just him and some other chick combined.
Ganon from Lord of the Rings.
Don't you give it away, dude? Why you gotta give it away?
He has hair. I don't know. It's weird. Whatever. He's already combined before the end of the game.
Ball, you hate on hair and people with hair, man. What the hell
It
is
looks
that?
like fucking Carrot Top. It's weird. He has these props. Anyways, so I'm gonna beat that, and then I'm gonna move on to something else. But so yeah, that's basically
All
what I've been
games.
up to.
All games.
All games.
Beat
That's
all
all
games.
I've been doing
All right,
lately.
so
is
you've
playing
played a
games.
lot of each one, or a little of each one, I should say.
Right.
Anything that you're super impressed with, or something that you hate, or
I really like Super Meat Boy. It's just
That's a good game.
it's a indie side scroller. Get from point A to point B
Without dying.
Without dying, obviously. If you ever played the Donkey Kong that came out on the Game Boy, it's pretty much like that, where you have to go save the princess, and before you get her, she gets swiped away, and then the next scene
what's
is
her
the
name,
same.
like
Mario?
Princess
Yeah.
Filet Mignon or some shit. Some stupid, some Princess Rump Roast.
Bananarama?
Yeah.
Princess Daisy.
Is it just Daisy? I thought it
think
was
it's
I
Daisy.
thought it was some stupid meat name.
No.
Oh, I thought you were talking about on
Donkey Kong.
Donkey
No.
Kong.
I'm talking about Super Meat Boy.
Oh yeah, it's some stupid fucking thing.
Like Princess Carne Asada.
Yeah, it's like the story is just like stupid, but it's just a fun little game. I like those little side scrollers. So, and I can hook up my Xbox controller, but I like hooking up my regular Nintendo controller because it's it reminds
Nostalgia.
me of an NES game, so it works, and so I really
you
like
only
that.
need a couple
badass.
buttons.
Yeah,
for that game.
but Skyrim, man,
You been playing?
I put in some time, a couple hours into it, and I'm just not that impressed with it. I'm not a big fan of the.
It either does it for you like completely, or it just doesn't.
Also, I think a game like that takes, just like Fallout 3 or something like that, it takes like a good 8 hours before you're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, you gotta have
No,
that time
it's an
just to
old
put
school
it-
RPG where you have to put in the time to build up.
Right.
I
mean,
just-
you can run through missions, sure, but it's something that you want to do side stuff for and build your character.
I just don't like the whole like first person shooter, but with a sword and a fucking shield. Like you can do third person, but I mean still it's like that feel. I'm not really into it, but I'm giving it a shot. Like with all RPGs, there's like that fucking first, however many minutes where there's a fuckload of talking, a fuckload of story. You can't really do a whole bunch, and then you start leveling, you start putting points into your talent tree or fucking whatever, and then it starts to be badass. So
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Except for the beginning intro where the dragons burning the
That was pretty
town
cool.
down.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but that's like the longest one where you're like clicking the button trying to get through. Once I played it through the first time. Then the second time I was playing it, and it's like, okay, well, I'm done with this. I don't need the tutorial. After that, though, there isn't a whole lot of long cutscenes that you're just annoyed with.
What's going on here?
Fucking
God
amateur.
damn it. The fucking gasket's not working.
the thing I hate is like it takes forever to fucking like run to town.
Yeah.
Like I finally
You
found
don't
a
get to the,
horse.
horse. I found a horse.
I found that horse.
As a
there,
good
boy.
horse.
You do know once you've been to a place you can fast travel, right?
Yeah, but I mean, just
Initially
out
getting there.
initially getting there's a pain in the ass.
There was a couple
Well,
of
that's
them like
why-
where you
that's
have
when
to climb a fucking mountain and shit like
Those
that. I
ones can
remember
be
that. And I was like, all right, this is a little
But
long.
that's where you find the different caves and different cool little freaking side quests and
Yeah.
things like that.
I don't know. I'm trying
not
to.
convincing me.
I'm trying to be open minded about it, but I think
It is one of those things where you're either like super into it from the moment you get into it. Or
I figured it's going to be a long game, so I'm going to save that for like last. I'm going to play all the
I
other
was going
games
to say
first.
part of it is you have to put effort into the time. If you got 15 other games you're thinking
Yeah.
about, this is a slow building game. You're like you said, you're jumping around. You can't stop on something. That's not the game you can play if you're jumping around.
I think when Skyrim came out,
Yeah.
I probably played it like nonstop for like 20 hours.
I think I have 90 hours into my original campaign on
touched
that.
anything else.
So that's what I've been up to. I can't think of anything else. I felt like I had a funny story, but I don't fucking know.
Good. Great. Fantastic. For next time.
For next time.
I've been playing Destiny like normal. But I'm actually getting somewhere for the first time ever. I am level 29. Which
Out of
is
30?
out of 35?
No, they-
36. 32? I think it's just higher than that now.
Oh, shit.
Maybe not. Either way, 32. Let's
I'm
just say
pretty sure
32.
32 is what the new expansion
Okay,
went to.
so 32.
It's always going
It
to keep
was
going
30,
up.
and I think
You're never going to get there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But once you get to
Chasing
like
the dragon.
yeah. I'm fucking broke. So you hit like level 27 or so, and then it's like kind of like a wall where it's super hard to get to the next level. But I actually got done with like an exotic quest for a weapon.
Did you actually finally get to
I
that
got
500
that.
mark?
So, okay, no,
finally?
you're gonna like this. So I got that, and then I went to Zur and I bought an exotic engram, and I got an exotic. I got some exotic gauntlets.
For your
right,
class?
for my class and everything.
Oh, I
right?
did that and got a freaking.
Okay, this is all. This is all. By the way, this is all in the span of like. Well, I got the gun, and then the next day or whatever, I get the gauntlets. Okay. Then after I get the gauntlets, I get another exotic weapon like bounty, and I give the choice of 3. And so I asked my buddies like, "What's the best one?" They told me it was like the. Oh, I don't even fucking remember what it was. It's stupid.
Are you
name.
going with the fusion rifle one?
No. I'm going for the machine gun, the heavy weapon machine gun. And so, anyways, so that one super easy. All you have to do is like kill 500 enemies with a machine gun. That's it.
Without dying, right?
No, just kill 500.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's like all that one was. And if you get like sprees, then it's like you go a level faster. Anyways, it took like all of 45 minutes to beat this thing. So I got my next exotic weapon all in that same time. And then I went and I heard that there's a chest in the very beginning of the raid that's on the expansion that they allow you to get the chest once per week, and it's right in the beginning of the map. Like as in you just like walk fucking 20 feet straight and then like 50 feet to the left, and the chest is either there or not, and it like randomly spawns. And if it's not there, you just die and then just try it again and keep trying that until it happens. And so I died like 20 times, and I got it, and I got a fucking another exotic rocket launcher. So I got 3 exotics in like 4 hours. And Raheem, my roommate, was at work, and he comes home, and I'm like, you're not going to believe this. Like, you're going to be fucking pissed. Because we've been trying to get exotics, like, for a month now. And then I just got 3 while he was at work. He's like, what the fuck? It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that happened. What I mean, we haven't done cast since Christmas and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like before Christmas.
Yeah, you know, so...
How was your guys' Christmas?
Yeah, you know, good Christmas. Got a phone. Got a Eric Weddle jersey from the San Diego Chargers.
Got some cool dice.
Got some fucking awesome machined aluminum dice.
Nice.
Otherwise, I mean, no, it's just good family stuff. It's pretty badass. Enjoyed it. What about you guys?
My mom, no, she knows I'm into Magic and everything now. She didn't know what to buy me. She bought a couple random packs, and then she handed me like a little card saying, "Oh, $100 for whatever Magic stuff you want." So I'm like, "Sweet, another fucking booster box of Fate Reforged coming my way." But she did buy me a Deck Builder's Toolkit, which is beyond what I need anymore. Isn't that
right? You're like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm not. It's not necessary. Oh, cool, vanishing light. Okay, cool.
But the amazing thing is, I went and pulled a Brimaz from it.
Yeah, well, that's more than the box.
Yeah,
That's nice. That is really nice.
And I got Far Cry 4, which I haven't played yet, but I really want to.
That's actually pretty good.
It looks good.
Far Cry 3 was sweet. I mean, I didn't beat it, but I played it, and I know why people like it. It's solid. It's totally solid.
I got FIFA, which is
that's your jam. See, FIFA is your Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, I hear you.
Or Forza just 5. All those like simulator racing games. It's for me, and then like FIFA is for you.
Yeah, I can't wait. And
then side scrollers is for Knife. And then Ryke is a mystery. I don't know. EVE Online, I have no fucking idea.
He's already pulled out some random ass shit.
There's a face.
Which FIFA did you get?
The newest one, 15.
Damn it.
Well, you got 14?
I got whatever one when it first came out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. On Xbox One and the advanced graphics of it all. And you sit there and I know a decent amount of the players. I don't follow soccer or football as much as I'd like to.
Football.
But I know enough of the faces from watching the World Cups and stuff like that. And you can sit there after scoring a goal, I'll zoom into a guy. I'm like, that's definitely that dude. It's you can recognize every freaking player.
That's
pretty.
That's fucking badass.
That's pretty cool.
Do they still go go?
Yeah.
That's
and then
Mexican.
The vuvuzelas are like, whoa.
Do they have the horns going off in the background?
You never heard of a vuvuzela in fucking 7.1 surround sound? You're not living life.
So yeah, Christmas was pretty good.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I ended up getting some Magic stuff too. I got I didn't know what the fuck I wanted, so I was just like, just give me like the holiday box because it's just a good. I actually just wanted the box, and the dividers because it's useful. And then I got a fat pack and the mono blue commander for the year. And but I was really excited. I got a external hard drive, but it was like one of the like slim backup ones or whatever. It's 2 terabytes.
Yeah.
And it has a 3.0 USB, so I can hook it up
to the Xbox One.
Yeah, because that's why I wanted it.
That's why I want one.
I needed more space because I filled up the space super quick. But I went over to my dad's house like a week before Christmas, and he was like, "Hey, is this what you wanted? Because it came in the mail." Because I just told him what I wanted. He was like, "Is this what you wanted? Because it seems a little small." The fucking box was like fucking this big. Like
go this big.
How big was
the
it?
listeners out there?
Hey, this big.
Are you seeing this?
4 inches.
Well, I'm about to describe it.
It's the size of like a Jack in the Box taco. No. And the shape. It's weird. And the sauce dripping off of it.
The actual hard drive was like as big as my wallet, and I could easily fit in my back pocket.
That's insane. So it has no external power. It's like passively powered through the USB.
Yeah, I think so.
That's awesome. For that much storage, that's fucking awesome.
So I remember when I bought my first one, it was 1 terabyte, and it was like this big. No, it was like about as big as a book,
backpack.
If not bigger. Yeah,
the shape of a backpack with the straps.
It filled up the whole room. There's air vents and everything. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I felt old all of a sudden. I was like, wow. Back in my day, 7 years ago. It was just weird. So yeah, that was my Christmas.
But okay, Ryke, what do you got?
Oh,
you had ammo.
Yeah, my fucking family knows me. So my mom got me. Yeah, she got me Swiss cheese and hookers.
Both have holes.
Convenient. No, I got yeah. So like I fucking just got. It was a really low key Christmas for me, but I got fucking targets and ammo.
No, I'm picturing like hooker on her back on the bed, and then the Swiss cheese next to her.
Yeah.
And then he just like goes for the hooker, and then goes for the hooker,
and then puts Swiss cheese on top of the hooker.
and then he puts it on her back, and then he's like doing the top and bottom thing.
Yeah. Greatest gift of all. Yeah, well, that's kind of lucky. That's pretty much the highlight.
Killed Knife. He's
That's
so
the
red.
Yeah, the highlight was definitely ammo and targets.
Talking about Christmas real quick. Here's your guys' presents.
Ah, thank you, my kind sir.
Foil Cock and Doom, knife.
Shit! Foil wooded foothills.
I wish
maybe
it was.
not.
Yeah.
Still, a wooded foothills. Thank you, sir.
And then for hot sauce over here, I got
Okay, hold on. It's a fucking, what is it? Piece of shit?
a cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, you got me a
Blu-ray.
DVD.
Yeah, on Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray.
And it's a cinematic masterpiece. So, here you go.
Oh, that.
Oh my god.
That is a great DVD.
Kelly and I will watch the shit out of this fucking movie.
What is it?
It's fucking Mortal Kombat. It's fucking Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I'm stoked you actually like it. I was joking around. That's awesome.
It is a stupid gift.
Oh, of course.
It's also
That's
a
the
gift.
point.
It's a gift that I'm actually gonna watch, dude.
That's awesome.
That is a good movie.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I loved it growing up. But I saw that. I was like, oh, I gotta buy that.
I had the
That's hilarious.
soundtrack growing up.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I really used to freaking karate fight to the soundtrack.
Mortal Kombat.
That was fucking awesome. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Ironically, one of the only good games to movie films.
Yeah, no, really, exactly. It really is. So I have one thing to say to finish off my introduction. Is a story from work that I was working at one of the stations. I work for the trolley or whatever. I'm a contractor with a trolley. So, anyways, I'm sitting there and doing my work, and I'm like in a handhole. As in, like, there's pedestrians all around me, and it's like one of those vaults that you like undo the screws, and then you lift the vault up, and then it like whatever's underneath. There's a bunch of electrical wires all in there and shit.
I don't know.
Right, exactly. A bunch of electrical wires all underneath there and shit. So that's what I work on, and then you put the vault lid back on, and no one can get to it. So, anyways, I'm sitting in there, and I'm doing my work, and I have this kid, maybe like 24 or something like that, completely normal looking. Right? Oh, he's losing it again. Knife is fucking out for the count. 10, 9. Okay, he's back. So this kid comes up to me, totally normal looking, 24 or whatever. He's probably Latin of some sort, some kind of Spanish. And he's like, "Hey man, can I borrow your cell phone to make a call? Like my iPhone's dead or whatever." And I go, And I'm looking around the station at everybody, and I'm not really interested in like some stranger coming up asking for my phone while I'm at work.
And you're sitting down.
And I'm just sitting down. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, there's got to be someone here that can like let you use the phone, but not for me today. Sorry, man. And he goes, "Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, man, do you think I'm gonna make it to 90?" Straight up. I'm saying it verbatim, like the tone and like the okay, cool. You think I'm gonna make it to 90? I'm like, yeah.
No.
I'm like, yeah, dude.
Not
Like
a chance.
average
You
age.
retard.
I'm like, yeah, average age is like 75 or something, isn't it? And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm probably like, I'm glad I didn't give this guy my phone.
Yeah, I got in the vault and put the lid on top of it and shit, And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And I'm like, yeah, it's 75, right, or something. So yeah, I'm sure. Why not, And then he's like, okay, cool. But like, do you think the government's really taking care of us? I'm like, I don't.
Oh no.
Really, and all my fucking like alerts are going off in my head, like red alert. Get out of here. Something's not right here. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that stuff.
Do you think
I guess
this word on my cock is dangerous?
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, that would be something I could actually think that some random person would say randomly. Yeah. Saying, "You think I'm going to make it to 90?" That's the most random shit I've ever heard. I could never think of to
That's
say
like
something
a
like that.
mass killer kind of question.
Yeah.
Like he just went and just,
Second sentence in.
Yeah. I don't know who this fucking guy is. And I said, like, no, I don't know nothing about the government stuff, man. He's like, okay, cool, man, have a good one. And he just walks off, and that was it.
oh, no.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Who is this guy? And then he opened He opened a door to some other dimension and walked off. So anyways, it's like it's just the weirdest shit. Trolley people are just fucking strange. That's the lady taking a shit out of there. There's like fucking all kinds of stuff every single day, but that's like a very strange example.
There was a murder near the station you're working at like this week. And I was like, oh man, I know you're not dead, but like, buddy, I hope you're gonna be safe down there.
No, he didn't make it to 90. That's all I mean.
That guy tried to make it to 90.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh my goodness,
he just wanted to call
like
911.
2 blocks from where you're working. I'm like, jeez, that's not a good part of town.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
You
So
know-
what's up?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this last intro for Mr. Crow.
Finish
Either
up,
way.
finish up there, buddy.
You like to skip me a lot, don't
Yeah,
you?
go ahead.
Every time.
Well, we-
I gotta fight for my fucking intro.
Yeah, 2 hours into the podcast. Hey, wait. My intro. We're doing an hour and a half of other content. We can't go back.
Hey man, segues, they're few and far between. I gotta take them where I can get them.
Right.
It's just like Swiss cheese. Anyways, go ahead.
So Christmas was pretty cool this year. My son is almost 3 now, so he knew what was going on a little more. Like this time, like he walked downstairs, and my mom goes absolutely nuts. She's always gone crazy and spoiled us like none other for Christmas. And just walked down, there's like 100 freaking presents, between like 5 of us that she got presents for. There's just tons of crap down there, which is awesome, great. My son sees it, and he's just like, oh, like what's all this?
Got his first boner.
Fucking Santa Claus just puked presents everywhere.
So he was kind of confused, like what's going on? He's excited, and then he opens his first one. He's really into dinosaurs right now, and so opens his dinosaur thing. He's like, oh. So from there he just starts rummaging through everything and tearing everything. I'm like, buddy, that's not yours. I don't care.
Dinosaurs in here somewhere.
It was really cool watching him having a great Christmas and all kinds of cool dinosaur stuff.
That's
And,
pretty exciting.
me and my wife got him the Buzz Lightyear toy and Woody from Toy Story because he's really into that right now too. So he had a great time. So
Hell yeah.
that's my little thing with my son.
That's pretty cute. It's pretty cute.
And so I had a good Christmas. I already talked about that and everything. But I went to my first Friday Night Magic. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it. None of you guys could make it out, but
Which store did you go to?
San Diego Games and Comics.
Okay.
Same place we went for the pre-release last time, which we'll probably go again this time.
Well, I think next week.
Yeah, by the way,
Next Friday.
next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
and or Sunday.
Saturday's more doable.
Yeah.
Or
Why can't we do Friday at midnight?
If I have the day off.
They did that last
then
time.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not fucking doing that. There's just no
That was a
way.
little rough.
Hey babe, I'm gonna be home at 5 because I'm playing Magic.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
So going into it, I really didn't know like how it was going to go about overall. But like sitting down and hearing like, oh yeah, we do 6 rounds here now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was going to take like as long as that pre-release did. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting here. It starts at 6:30. I didn't get out of there till 1:30 in the morning.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Some hardcore Magic.
You know what?
It
That's
was-
value,
I'm like,
though.
I'm
That's
like, well,
value.
you know
That
what?
is-
I've been trying to get out there for months. I have a wife and son, so it's real hard to get out. So it was my first time. My wife was housing at her aunt's house. I was like, I'm going to this. And then like by end of round 4, I was like, some people were dropping out and leaving this and that. I was like, I could probably go home now. I'm like, fuck that. I'm finishing out. I'm finishing, waiting until the end for prizes and playing my last 2 rounds because what I'm going to do, go home and play Moto anyways, probably.
Yeah.
So might as well stay and
And you're a night owl. You can like stay up way later. Than
yeah,
most
I
of
wasn't
us.
tired. It was just kind of like it just seemed to be dwindling down there a little bit at that point. It was pretty cool. I ended up going 3-2-1. First match was fucked up because the first game, sitting there playing against this guy was playing like when I first started playing. You had that artifact deck,
Right. The
So-
blue-red artifacts. Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing a white artifact deck that splashed blue for Ensoul artifact.
Right. Okay.
So his deck really wasn't all that good by any means, but the first game, it went on. He had mana problems, but I drew 2 Butchers of the Hordes, and that was the only creatures I drew the entire time.
Okay.
And he was able to remove them after like 1 hit from each. I'm like, can I draw something?
Did he have like
besides
devouring
removal?
light, or what the hell did he have?
What did he have?
Not important. Not important.
Yeah, I don't
there
know.
we go. Okay. Some removal
But
spell,
it's just
instant
like-
speed, sorcery speed. We don't know.
And then I won game 2, and then he ended up winning game 3, whatever. But then the next game I went to, it was against his control deck, and he was going pretty deep for some of the things. Like he was playing, actually playing the Jace Planeswalker right now, and he was playing.
Damn, haven't seen that shit
Yeah.
at all.
The
Not
Jace.
A couple other cards that other people were like giving him a hard time, like, dude, you went really deep for those things. But the thing that was interesting is he played Dictator Crewfix, and he not game 1. Game 1 he beat me. Game 2 I beat him pretty quickly. So game 3 happens, and we still have like 25 minutes in the round still. So it starts, and by turn 3 or 4, something like that, it's control deck for starting slowing off or going off, and he throws down Dictated Crew Fix, which allows you to each player draws an extra card on upkeep. Like 2 turns later, he drops another one. So every turn, both of us are drawing 3 cards each.
That's ridiculous.
It was fun.
Did the game go fast?
Oh no.
No, not at all.
No, I mean, we started seeing the time go from 25 minutes down to like 10, and we both start picking up a little bit, but, I'm playing creatures in his stuff, no one's getting rid of it. At one point I had a Sarkhan that I put down, I had Scryed, knew another Sarkhan was there, so I'm like, well, I'm going to play Sarkhan again, because I know this time's going to have the counterspell for it, and then turn after that, I'm going to play him again, and I got him on the field, but then once I'm near creatures, he'll remove him, whatever. I went through a Fated Retribution, like 2 end hostilities in the game, and I still had all kinds of fire in my hand, and we went to turns, and I had 32 life, he had 4, and unfortunately ran out of time. He was able to stall.
You just went tied, yeah.
And that was the draw. I was like, I would have had this guy if we had the time, kind of thing. But
shit.
It was a fun game.
Yes.
The next match was my second loss, and this dude, first game, managed to mill me with Ashiok. And I made him go through the whole thing, because he just, every time he hit, he'd hit like 2 creatures. And I'm looking at him, he removed like a butcher from, I got in the field and this and that, but he had like 3 of my butchers, all my seekers, all my rattle masters, and he didn't play his creatures because he knew I had removal in my hand, so because he had Thoughtseize and Saul and this and that. So he's like, well, you don't have any creatures and you can't get them because I just keep freaking milling them out of your hand. So he got Ashiok to 24.
Never seen that before. Right?
Yeah, it was incredible. I just was laughing, going man, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna make you mill me though, because I just want to see it happen. Because I'm looking at his Ashiok sitting there, and there's like a 3-inch stack of cards under Ashiok.
That's crazy.
Kept looking at maybe I should play something. Nah, I don't need to play anything. I'm just gonna keep going. Plus Ashiok. I'm like, go ahead, man.
That's so funny.
So again, I won game 2 on that, and then he beat me game 3. So it was just it was fun though, and went on to win the rest of my games, won the rest of my matches from there. So that was pretty cool, and it's a lot of fun. I ended up, it's $5 entry fee. I won 2 packs out of it, so that's totally fair.
You get all that value.
Yeah, all that
time,
and then you get 2 packs, which is already over $5.
It's pretty sweet.
It's better than a movie.
Can't wait to get out there again as soon as possible.
You know what I can't wait for? Fate Reforged. So, we got some motherfunkin' spoilers. Motherfunkin'. Gonna funk you up.
You guys are funky. Everyone bring out your laptops, iPads. Here we go.
So, we are recording on, what the fuck's today, the 8th?
Today is Thursday, so it's
January 8th,
2015.
The full release is on Friday, I think.
So
is that correct? You guys think? You guys know?
I think that's about
it's
right.
coming up at least this weekend
Give or
sometime
take.
or something, or Monday.
So pretty much, let's talk about some fucking spoilers. Have you guys been keeping up, checking daily?
Yes.
I've been looking at them.
I haven't been doing a whole lot of deck building with it, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I have been looking at them and being like, ooh, shiny. You know?
Yeah, ooh, this is nice. But I'm gonna wait for the full release before I start my the brain gears start turning.
Right.
To see what I want to build.
So
let's go around the table one by one, each person.
Yes.
And let's start with Knife and say what card do you want to talk about, and we'll go ahead and go down the line.
all right. So the card I want to talk about is Mardu Strike Leader.
He's a red guy, right?
No, he's black. He's 2 and a black for a 3/2 human warrior, which is relevant. Whenever Mardu Strike Leader attacks, put a 2/1 black warrior creature token onto the battlefield. And it also has Dash for 3 and a black. And Dash is the new, Mardu-esque mechanic, and Dash reads like this. You may cast this spell for its Dash cost. If you do, it gains haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So pretty much, I don't know, the way I feel about, because most of the Dash cards, they have enter the battlefield effects or when they attack effects or something like that. Mm-hmm. Or at least a lot of the rares and uncommons.
There's a 3/1 common that, or maybe uncommon, I don't know,
But
in
it's
red
just a
that just
vanilla.
has dash.
Yeah.
But that's everything else. I think has an effect ability, whatever.
It's a little snowboard dude, Mardu Scout.
Oh yeah, that little guy.
Cool art.
But I think dash is pretty cool. It's a form of almost like card advantage for Mardu, because Mardu doesn't have that many ways to, like, you know, draw cards and refill their hand.
Read the bones.
Yeah, read the bones, but I mean, that's pretty
I know
much
what you're
it.
saying.
So it's a good way to get those enter the battlefield effects, and also I feel like it's gonna do well against like sorcery board wipes.
Totally against sorcery board wipes.
Yeah, because if it's gonna just come back to your hand, then you know.
Yeah, you can play around control. You can play if you know that they have it, and you're like, well, they're just waiting for me to like flood the board, so I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I'm just going to keep hitting for 3 and creating a dude. That dude dies, whatever, but he has to waste it on my tokens, not my creature.
Right. And also, when I saw this guy, I thought, like, they don't really support tribal decks in Standard too much. I mean, they kind of do, but not enough to make them,
They
like...
throw it in there, but it's like a limited, like fun tier 3 fucking thing. It's never going to be top.
Well, you look at all these human warriors that are set out here now. It's like they're trying. Everything's built right now for big end, mid range stuff. There's a whole bunch of human warriors just begging to be built in with the Chief of the Edge,
Right,
the shield.
but there is kind of like
smaller,
there is kind of like
faster.
always that in like whatever set it is.
Yeah, they always make it good enough to where, like, casual people want to play it, and then, you know, people want to, like, force it to be good, like you were trying to do with
Minotaurs.
the Minotaurs.
And it worked kind of.
Yeah, and it worked kind of. It was
tier 2.
decent. But, yeah, I feel like I want to fuck around with it, just because there is a lot of warriors, and there's a lot of tribal-esque things going on. But other than that, yeah. What cards do you guys want to talk about?
Moving to Ryke.
I would like to talk about some motherfucking Gruul dragons.
Ah, that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's what I think.
Snap into a
That's
Slim
what I think of
Jim.
Gruul as soon as I see fucking this guy. But he is not probably standard playable.
Oh yeah.
But he's fucking all badass and all dragon.
So there is a cycle of legendary dragons for each...
Dargans. There be Dargans. Yes.
There would be dragons for each guild or whatever. And go ahead.
Which one are you
I
talking
just
about?
want to put that out there.
How many, it's only for 5 guilds, though, right?
Well, yeah.
I guess there are only 5 guilds.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because the other ones are.
Well,
That's fine.
The cons, because the cons are 3 colors, then these are only 2. Anyways, go the fuck on.
But yeah, this is a Gruul dragon, so it's just red green. It's the I don't even know how to say this. Adark. How do you say it?
Atarka?
Atarka. Man, this is bad.
I never learned to read. Atarka World Render. It's 7 mana. It's green and a red and 5 colorless. Flying trample dragon. No haste, unfortunately. And whenever a dragon you control attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn.
And this thing's a 6/4.
It is like a Xenagos god, but in Dargan form and a little more expensive. And I love it, so I'll probably be playing it.
I mean, if that thing hits the board and it can't be answered, you win the game.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you played it at the right time. I don't have my hero's downfall because I used it on something else.
Well, I think
and now I'm dead.
I think it's one of the more powerful dragons, but I think they evened it out by making the 4 toughness.
If it was a 6/5, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but the fact it
6/4
has
is
4
pretty killable.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can hit it.
And it is 7 mana, which is like, you know, like let's just think of like 7 mana creatures that this deck would be in kind of deck like this. Like,
I don't think you'd be playing any 7 mana creatures.
Well, I still think like Hornet Queen is like
that's way
kind of better than this.
Oh, yeah, this is
definitely
this card is not standard playable.
That's one of those things though.
Better?
When you
Queen's definitely
if
better.
you're only going to play like 2 7 mana creatures because it's like crazy to even think that you're going to play 7 mana anything,
let alone
like,
legendary.
Creatures this thing is like I don't know if this is going to work.
Yes. In limited, this is a super bomb.
Oh yeah, unlimited.
Oh my god!
Sure.
Yes.
If you get there in 7 mana,
Let me throw that question out. I understand Hornet Queen's great. I get it, but that's defensively great.
No, it's aggressively great because no one wants to block a 1/1 death touch.
Yeah, but you're hitting for 1.
Oh, it'll get
but
there.
it is.
But I'm saying, like, given any dragon, you can possibly build a big old fucking dragon deck and have whatever in there gets double strike when it attacks.
But you can't spot removal; it avoids that.
Yeah,
the Hornet
you
Queen.
got to kill.
Yeah, man,
you have to have like a white.
I'm not saying Hornet Queen's bad. I'm just saying I don't necessarily see that it's just obviously 1,000 times better.
There's more applications for Hornet Queen to be good.
Like the whip?
Because of the enter the battlefield effect, so you can bring it back, so you get all those 1/1s. And like they said, if you don't have a wipe, then just trying to waste the hero's downfall on each one of those little flying death touchers sucks.
Yeah.
Like this guy...
I hear you. I'm not trying to downplay how good Hornet Queen is. I'm just saying...
We're just playing devil's advocate here.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking up that 7 card, like that 7 mana spot, you want something that's lean, mean, and a killing machine. And this dragon, like it's fucking a killing machine, but it's not lean and mean.
So think about it this way: if this guy is not removed from the game and he is able to attack, like you're fucked.
Oh yeah, it's game over.
Super fucked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but a lot of times they have answers for
But
stuff
Hornet
like that.
Queen, like if you're behind, Hornet Queen, gets you back from being behind.
And this doesn't necessarily block one creature.
If you're in a stalemate situation, Hornet Queen puts you over the top.
This is a win more card, is what they call it.
Yeah, this is definitely win more.
A win more card, but it's
absolutely
fun.
right.
It's fun. The other card that I
sick.
fucking really like in this set, because it's like it throws back to some of the older cards that have like all these crazy mana costs.
The Warden.
The Warden. Warden of the First Tree, and he's a 1 mana, 1 green, 1/1, and he has 3 abilities.
Well, first of all, he's a 1 mana mythic.
Yeah, he's mythic.
It's like, what the fuck is a 1 mana mythic?
You don't see very many 1 mana
hell?
mythics. But yeah, it's so for his first ability is you can pay a white or green. Is that
White and black.
White and black, excuse me.
Abzan colors.
Abzan color.
They're hybrid.
You're a hybrid.
But it's a white and a black hybrid color, and then 1 colorless. And then when you pay that 2 mana for the first time, Warden of the First Tree becomes a human warrior with base power and toughness of 3/3. And then his second ability, which is the one you gotta, these ones work where you have to kind of do it in order because each of the abilities play off each other. The second ability is 2 of the split colors, and then a 2 colorless. And it says if Warden of the First Tree is a warrior, it becomes a human spirit warrior with trample and lifelink. So you have to pay the first 2 mana to turn him into a warrior 3/3. Then you pay that second ability to give him first strike and trample, or trample and lifelink. And then there's his last ability, which is 6 mana overall. And if it's a spirit, you put it 5 +1/+1 counters on it. So eventually it can be.
So it's an
huge
8.
guy.
It's an 8/8 with lifelink and trample.
Yeah.
That you can just progress and just build it up whenever you can.
That's a huge mana investment. It probably would never work because it's easy to kill, but it's fucking cool if it ever gets there.
I feel like the last one should give it hexproof, because if you get that far, you should be able to keep it.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be like one of those, just like you do it maybe once every 10 games.
Yeah.
20 games.
And that last thing you can pay multiple times.
Yeah.
Because it's always because it's a spirit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a spirit. Even if you put 5/1/1 counters, it's still a spirit. If you have 6 mana the next time, you can make it a 13/13 trample.
I think this is one of those just flashy kind of cards. It's kind of cool, but it's never going to see any play.
I know. I do think it's going to see play. I don't think it's going to see play because of the last thing, the 5/1/1 counters. I think it's going to see play because it's something to do on turn 2 that you'll attack with a 3/3 on turn 2. And attacking with 3 power on turn 2 is relevant for green. Green doesn't have that, so if you do have some kind of green and other color aggro deck, this could be a good 4 of, I think.
That's
not
true.
mythic good, but like a good 3/3 attacker.
At worst, it's still a 1-drop that gets you started. Then from there has
and it's
chances
something
to do
that's
cool, fun stuff later.
It's good early game and good late
Well,
game.
it's technically like on a turn 2, you can have a 3/3.
Yeah, and attacking, not
And
with
attacking, yeah.
some
So
sickness.
the only problem I have is that if you're playing green, you're playing Sylvan Caratid and Courser.
Well, like Abzan aggro top deck in meta right now is not.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's only aggro, not mid-range ramp, anything like that. I
Yeah.
cannot see that being in a ramp deck in any way.
No. There's other
But
cards better than
wouldn't
that.
they want the Kitty Cat instead?
What's what?
The 2
Oh.
mana 3/3?
No, because you can't
Please
attack
make
on
mine.
turn. You can't attack on turn 2. It doesn't have haste.
Yeah.
His attacks on turn 2 for 3.
I feel like the Indestructible and Hexproof on Fleece Main is better than being able to attack on turn 2.
Pretty good, but this gets in damage faster. And
Right.
if you're an aggro deck, that's all you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see it like in any other strategy.
No. But yeah, that's pretty much like the kind of 2 cards that really stood out to me when I first glanced through this. There are some pretty decent playable cards. I'm surprised they reprinted Time Walk. That's pretty cool.
What is Time Walk?
Where you draw, you get an extra turn.
Plus
Yeah.
5.
Yeah,
Dude,
this one
once
is a
again,
delve cost now.
Don't fucking think that that's a playable card.
No, it's not. It's 8.
You're gonna pay 3 mana in a blue deck that you don't have the fucking creatures for, to take another turn. Well, you already wasted your fucking mana on the last turn, so then you got to just
didn't do
reset.
anything that turn anyway.
Okay,
I can do anything turn anyways.
It's Temporal Trespass, 8 blue, has Delve, take an extra turn after this one, exile Temporal Trespass.
The 8 Delve is not even bothering me because, like, on turn, 6 or whatever, when this actually gets, you can use it or whatever.
Right.
The 8's, like, not a big deal. You'll be able to cast it for 3, but, like, what are you doing in that turn when you cast
Yeah,
this?
wouldn't you rather just be treasure cruising?
Yeah, you'd rather be treasure cruising.
Yeah, you'd rather be
3
on
cards
that
is
cruise.
better than an extra turn in
Either
a lot
one.
of
I
ways.
mean, it's still
Yeah.
better than that.
So,
No, it's cool. I like that. I like the name of it too.
it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's not playable, but I like that card for some reason.
So, I will say that the 2 cards I'm thinking about, they both relate to each other. So, has everyone that's seen the spoilers obviously knows this one. It's Soulfire Grandmaster. It is a
Soul Train.
It is a 1 colorless, 1 white, so 2 mana creature for 2/2 with lifelink. It has instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink. So for the first time, right? This is something I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen sorcerer instance.
So if you have a burn spell, if you hit him for 3, if you hit anything for 3, then you get to gain 3 life.
It's a lightning helix.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last ability is pay 2 and then 2 hybrid mana, blue or red. So pay 2 and then 2 Priuses. And the next time you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your from your hand this turn, put that card into your hand instead of your graveyard as it resolves. So I think it's an appropriate cost, but I'm thinking about it and I'm like, well, how much fucking mana do I need to get the spell back in my hand? Like, in late game, if this thing was out and somehow survived late game, which I doubt it, then like you could even like counter something and then just put that counter back in your hand. Yeah. So if you have enough mana, you can just like win the game forever. Like they have to have 2 spells no matter what.
There's some different.
And that's sweet.
Pretty cool counter spells coming out with this one too. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's going to be used, if it is used
by Hot Sauce.
By Hot Sauce, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be in like the control burn sort of deck, the white, blue, red.
Which is what
the
I play.
Hot Sauce.
Yeah, the Hot Sauce. So there's basically a shock in this set. I forget where the fuck it was. It's a 1 mana. Wild Slash for a red. And it has Ferocious. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, damage can't be prevented this turn. Wild Slash deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So 5 mana, you gain 2, they lose 2, and you get the card back in your hand from Soulfire Grandmaster.
So that is
kind of Christmas landy.
It is, but it's relevant and it can happen. So what's funny about this card is that there's no such thing as shock anymore.
What do you mean?
Because isn't that what the 2 mana one is called? Shock?
No.
I mean the 1 mana.
One mana,
right? Does 2 damage.
This is shock.
This is strictly better
with a
than shock.
bonus,
Right.
which means that nobody will ever play shock again.
Or they'll play in conjunction.
Well,
with
at
this.
least not in this state.
Unless you play 8. All I'm saying is that, like, why would you play shock if there's like a 0.01% chance that this thing could be better than shock for the same cost, for the same everything?
That is
It is funny when a card comes in that replaces a card that can never be played again.
Like they had Cancel, and then they came out with Dissolve. Or
there's another one.
Dissolve, the one that you could scry.
Right.
It's like, well, I'm not playing that other one.
Yeah, it's the same thing, same cost, double blue and colorless.
Or negate and dissolve or something like
that. Right. So I do want to mention one other one that goes along with this lifelink bitch or whatever. Somehow, some way.
Lifelink bitch.
Called Arc Bond. And this is going to be like
this is
going to be one of those like talk of the town. Like people are going to be trying to figure this one out, I think. Of the Magic Town. So it's 2 colorless and a red for an instant. Choose target creature, any creature. Whenever that creature is dealt damage this turn, it deals that much damage to each other creature and each player for 3 mana.
Yes.
That's quite a bit there.
You don't play creatures, you just use your burn spell on a creature, and then you get to wipe their board. So you burn, you shock if you want to, the Rabble Master, and then you wipe the tokens out with this, and then do damage to the player, and player to you too.
It's pretty good.
That's one little basic example, like the quickest thing I can come up with. But I feel like this has so many options that when someone figures it out, this thing is going to be a disaster. It's going to be like Back to Nature, where it's like destroy all enchantments. You're like, what? You can't just destroy all enchantments for 2 mana. Like, that's not fair. So this is a card
fair.
that
If they tell my mama.
Yeah, if they figure it out, this card is not fair, and I love it for that reason. So,
Yeah, it's
anyways,
rough.
so what you got, Crow?
Brutal Horde Chief, man. I mean, that guy has some crazy implications there. All the token strategies are out there, all kinds going on. Whenever a creature you control attacks, the defending player loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. I mean, a lot of times in my Mardu deck, if I can stabilize and get a couple points of life, I'm gonna win the game. So if I can get Rattlemaster going with Brutal Horde Chief, and I just pinging you and doing extra damage, when that guy's just gonna die anyways, and you take a damage, I gain a life from it. That's pretty exciting to me.
So here's my favorite thing about this guy. It affects the board right away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? Which one were we talking about?
Brutal Horde Chief. What are you doing? Get off Angry Birds. So, whenever a creature you control attacks, that means you bring him out on your main phase, first main phase, and even if they have like 3 or 4 health, and you have 3 or 4 creatures, but you cannot get through their wall, you don't care. Just swing for game. Mm-hmm. Once you trigger the attack, you do 4 damage to them. They lose 4 life. You know what I mean? Not damage. But I think that extra reach is super relevant because a lot of bombs and a lot of mythics don't affect the board that turn. There's something that, like, you know, you have to have summoning sickness and wait till next turn. This thing can affect that turn, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I definitely plan on attempting to see how well he can do for me in my Mardu deck.
What do you guys think? I think this is one of the most significant cards in this
I like
set.
this, and then the actual ability is really cool on this. Because it says for 3 colorless and then 2 of the hybrid cost. Creatures your opponent control block this turn if able, and you choose how those creatures block. So literally,
you can just stack them up behind a token.
Yeah, if you have one of your goblin tokens attack, like that, and then maybe like a master of the horde,
here comes my
you
Rabble
block
Master.
their whole team on one of the tokens, and you get through like mad damage.
And that's
per
ridiculous.
game.
Isn't that the silliest shit? And 5 mana, like, that's kind of fine.
Yeah, it's doable.
That's totally doable. I mean, I think that turn 5, that's a good waste.
Outburst, and with that 5 next time, now I'm spinning the Rabble Master with 4 Goblin tokens.
That's a good waste. That's a good waste of turn 5 or 6. I think is to do something like that and get in fucking 10 damage.
The Horde Chief is 4 mana. The ability's 5 mana, so you could do it next turn.
Right.
After you drop.
Absolutely.
Him. And you know what I didn't realize until not that long ago is Goblin Rabble Master is a warrior.
Mm-hmm. Right, Goblin. Yeah, you were mentioning that.
Yeah. Tribal. So that's why.
So I had a question to you guys on Torrent Elemental. What do you guys think of that one? Right next to Brutal Horde Chief there.
Oh,
the one blue and 4. It's a 3/5. Whenever it attacks, all creatures defending player controls get tapped. I mean, that means nobody can block.
I don't.
And the Jeskai token strategies that are out there right now. You know, all these guys coming out there, you swing with that guy, nothing can block. All the damage is getting through.
I don't know. Because, like, I don't know. I think it's like supposed to be like in a kind of a control strategy.
I mean, I see, I understand, but how, though? Because control strategies don't have a bunch of creatures, so who cares?
Yeah, but this is like one of the ones that I think that if you do see it in play, if you ever do see it in the future, that you're going to see it in a control deck, some kind of control deck, or control-ish deck, and this will be like one of the only creatures. And the reason I say that is because, yes, it does tap everything down, right? So he can get in or whatever. Also, the ability is that whenever it says pay 5, the hybrid, 3 hybrid, blah blah blah. Put this guy from exile onto the battlefield tapped. Activate this ability only any time you can cast a sorcery. So that means that if it dies, you use it to delve for treasure cruise or another creature, and now that it's an exile, you're able to pay 5 and bring it back. So Control likes having. I think so. I think Control likes having
a lot of things don't actually interact with exile too. This is like one of the cards that actually pulls that exile.
Actually, now that you bring that up, I think Control's going to really.
That's what I think. I mean,
well, I'm not saying Control wouldn't use. I'm just. I get.
But what else do you think?
The thing I'm talking about from on top of that is with how big Blue-White Heroic is right now. You drop this in as a game finisher. With your guy that's all boosted up with all the heroic triggers and everything that's sitting there, and if you can't find your Stratus Walk to make him go through there, or the Aqueous Form, to make him push right through that chump blocker they've got, you tap them all down with this big freaking bomb, and your little 1/1 that's now a 9/9 wins you the game.
Well, the thing is with that is that you just do God's willing on that creature, and then you just do protection from whatever color.
I understand. I get that's already there. I'm saying that's one more option.
Yeah, it's definitely one more option.
It is.
It's not bad for 5 mana.
I think it's too slow.
Yeah, I think for that example, I mean, like, I see what you're saying, because you're right, it works. But blue-white heroic, I don't think I think turn 5 they should be like already like there.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's that one last little. Okay, they don't have any more God's Willing in their hand. They have that guy to make it push through for the win.
It's possible. I mean, you're right. It does work, but they only play up to 3. They only play 1 3-mana spell in that whole thing.
So you throw 2 of these in there for your end of the game situations.
It's possible.
Like I watched one dude use that. Oh no, I'm looking at the card. That M15 rare with white gives protection from every color. And +2/+2.
Right. That aura, yeah.
Yeah. So he was using that, and it worked out for me, and winning the game.
Well, that also has a synergy with like the Pilgrim dude, because you're able to search for that card when you bring that. You bring that 3-mana creature out, and then you get to pull it out. So it's like you put that card in there because like you only put 1 in there. Yeah. Because then you just like always can find it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With this being a 1 or a 2 of it, does the same thing, but then also can attack itself.
Right.
I mean, it has to be attacking when you do that. So
right,
that's
exactly.
3 more damage it's doing.
It's possible.
So, mono blue, remember mono blue? I know we all tried.
I don't want to think about
we
mono
all
blue,
tried to push it out of our memory, but they got another rapid hybridization. This one costing a colorless and a blue. It's an instant exile target creature. Its controller manifests the top card of his or her library. Have we covered manifest?
We have not talked about manifest.
Well, we are going.
This is like something to talk about because we can talk about it all night.
The name of that card you're talking about was Reality Shift. You didn't quite say that.
What did I say?
You didn't say the name at all.
Oh, Reality Shift. So, manifest. That player puts the top card of his or her library onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. If it's a creature card, it can be turned face up anytime for its mana cost.
Or its morph cost.
Or...
It didn't say it there, but if it's a morph creature by chance... then you're able to play the morph cost instead.
So, just to cover the card, and then we'll cover Manifest. I think this is going to be good for to fill that void where rapid hybridization was.
Right. Exile target creature for 2 mana.
It's pretty nice.
Shit.
I mean, they do get 2/2, but I mean, who really?
You
gives
better
a
hope
shit?
that 2/2
like
underneath
Swan Song.
You better hope it's an Elspeth underneath that fucking thing. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so Manifest. I've listened to a bunch of podcasts, and a bunch of people are saying, a lot of judges and stuff, they're saying that since they brought Manifest into...
Morph.
No. Since they brought Manifest in, that it's going to be really confusing with Morph.
Okay.
And that in competitive play, there's going to be a lot more room for people to cheat. Where they morph something, and then a couple turns later they manifest, and when they go to attack, they kind of rearrange them, and then you don't really know which one was manifested, which one was morphed. So...
So you don't know which one to block or whatever.
Well, it's not that you. So let's say.
If you want to block your manifest, but you don't want to block their morph because the morph could have a surprise.
Well, let's say I'm a big fat ass cheater and I morph an island, and you don't know, you can't see it, and then I manifest something on my next turn, and then on my next turn I attack in, but I kind of do a little shuffle, so you don't know which one's which, and then one of them dies, or you morph, or like whatever. So basically, I can say, oh well, the island was my manifest card when originally that was my morph card.
So you can choose which one you want to survive or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
No, so because you can't morph an island, but now that you think it's a manifest card, then it's okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be really confusing.
Your morph card on top, it has to be actually end up being a morph card. But at the end of it, if you sit there and it's been a long game, are you going to remember? Did he morph something? Was it all manifested? If the kid just sits there and goes, "Oh no, I didn't morph anything. Those were all manifest cards." When at one point he morphed an island,
right,
to play a 2/2 creature on his own. I mean, it's a possible issue.
So people are saying it's this big deal. I don't really think it's that big of a fucking deal. Just play tight. Use the overlays. Don't be fucking lazy and sloppy, and use the fucking overlays.
Oh yeah, use the token card.
Yeah, use the token overlays, the morph, and they're coming out with a manifest one. And just every time you morph or play a morph creature, put the fucking thing on there.
They're both the same picture but different colors, and both going. One's going right, one's going left.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So just carry around the tokens in your fucking deck box. It's not that hard. God forbid you take 5 seconds out of your day to reach into your box, put the right fucking overlay on there. Nobody gets confused.
But man, I don't understand how expensive tokens are, man.
I think that's the other part though is like, just because you're not playing a Morph Manifest deck, have those tokens in yours just in case you're worried about somebody cheating.
Yeah, just so you
people are
can keep
assholes
it.
and things happen.
Well, just so you can keep it straight. Like it's not
you
that
force
hard.
them to stay honest. You put your own token on there that they're not going to put theirs on.
That'd be hilarious if like you're like, hey, I have some morph tokens, and they're like, oh, I don't have any or whatever. And you're like, oh, I have them right here, and they're like, oh, fuck, cheat, you know? They're like, damn it. So why does this guy have that?
I like Manifest. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good mechanic, especially for like a heavy creature build kind of deck that I play. I was thinking about slipping in a little Whisperwood Elemental, which is 2 green and 3 colorless, and it's a 4/4 elemental creature, and it says at the beginning of your end step, manifest the top card of your library. It also has the ability of sacrifice Whisperwood Elemental until end of turn. Face up non-token creatures you control gain. When this creature dies, manifest the top card of your library.
So like a manifest fucking.
So you're pretty much manifesting on every end step, and you're getting card advantage essentially. As long as you have the mana to be able to pay for any of those, those cards eventually. But even if you can't pay for it, you're still getting a 2/2. Even if you're like you're flooding out and just getting forests or whatever, you're still getting manifest cards out there with the 2/2s.
Pretty serious card advantage.
Yeah, and like you said, if it's a heavy creature deck, and if you're base green, obviously you're going to be able to pay for the quote unquote morph cost.
With Manifest, are you able to pay its mana cost? Say if I have a Fleecebane line that I manifested,
right?
Let's say I attack with that manifest creature. Can I flip it mid combat
at any time? It says
manifest it's just
like morph. I'm just making sure.
Yeah. You turn face up.
I wasn't sure about
because
that.
it is different. It's a mana cost.
It can be a non-morph card, and you can still flip it like a morph.
The manifest
for its mana
cost. Obviously.
Yeah, the actual text of manifest says
that makes me like manifest a lot more because I didn't realize that. So that makes it a lot more.
Basically,
pliable,
you morph something that doesn't have morph.
Yeah, that makes it a lot cooler then. Because
that's it. Turn it. He's
going to read it. It's just fucking annoying. Like, who gives a shit?
So the text of manifest is literally put it onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature.
See, that does I didn't really think about that till right now. So that does make it that much more powerful.
Literally, I could manifest a Pelucanos at my end step, and then have it be able to attack in. You could attack in with say a bunch of 2/2s, and the guy he happens just to block the Pelucanos. You pay the 4 mana to flip Pelucanos, and it's a blowout.
You know what I just thought of?
God damn it.
Manifest is going to
You're going to attack a 3 manifest, and I'm going to go well, I don't know.
Which card do I block?
Yeah. This might be like a stupid corner case, but the first scenario that came into my head was I manifest Hornet's Nest, and then I attack in because it's not a defender. You block with your Pelucanos. I flip it over, and boom, now I have 5.
No! Suck a fish? That's pretty good, right? That's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
And it's only 3 mana to flip them. Oh, fuck. It's not good.
I like that.
So, I needless to say, I like this Whisperwood Elemental card, and I do enjoy Manifest.
There's a shit ton of Manifest. Okay, I think it's really funny. There's one of them. They're 2 different colors, these 2 different cards. One of them is Manifest top card of your library, put a 1/1 counter on it. In a different color, they have Manifest top card of your library, put 2 1/1 counters on it. Those are 2 different cards. One of them costs 3 mana, one of them costs 4.
Yeah.
And it's like the same card. I'm like, Magic, you're lazy. Come on, come on.
Yeah, Wizards, what are you doing for me?
There's a lot of Manifest in this set. Because that's just a broad mechanic. It's not specific to one. It might be a little heavier in one con than the next, but definitely.
Actually, does Black have it?
Black, I've seen 1.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be more.
It's the 1/1 for 1 and a black. When it dies, manifest the top card of your library.
Okay.
Black kind of always gets fucked.
Yeah,
when
you get
broad mechanics like
right.
that.
Yeah, always something that bad has to happen.
I feel like
black
and red didn't really get it, but the other 3 did.
What do you guys think about the card that pretty much has Morbid? Just about. Hooded Assassin.
Oh, that little guy.
When it's a black and 2, it's a 1/2. When Hooded Assassin enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a 1/1 counter on Hooded Assassin, or destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. Your 1 token blocks.
Pretty versatile.
Not blocks, but attacks in. They block it with their.
I'll say that if this comes up in draft, I am fucking taking this card because it's a removal spell. That's a really good thing. I think that's awesome.
Pretty much, it's
I like these choose one mechanics actually.
Yeah, they really are really good.
it's really
fun.
reminiscent of Hearthstone because some of the
Nah,
Druid cards on Hearthstone had it like really simple, like choose this one or choose this one. But I like the Hooded Assassin because basically, if you need to play it, it's just a 2/3 for 3, which is in black. That's
Totally
normal.
fine.
Totally normal for that.
That frog.
Yeah, for the
Or
frog.
zombie frog, or whatever the hell he was.
Yeah, and then if you can fucking destroy something.
Okay, so here's another thing that I wanted to mention, and it's like blowing my mind a little bit, just a little bit, because it's Tassiger the Golden Fang, right? Black card, it's 5 and a black, but it has Delve, legendary creature. It's one of the legendaries, legendary for black, and it's got Delve, and it's a 6 mana, like I said. It's a 4/5 with the activated ability, pay 2 and 2 hybrid. Put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then return a non-land card of an opponent's choice from your graveyard to your hand. So first of all, my favorite thing about this is that, first of all, it's when you delve, you get to delve all the cards you want, so that when you activate the ability, they have no choice but what you want.
You get to delve away the cards that you
Like
don't.
all
want.
the crap cards.
It's non-lands,
right there.
so you don't delve the lands that have been, whatever discard spell you have, and whatever from your library or your graveyard.
Get rid of that
You go ahead and
1/1
get
for
you
one.
get rid of all the 1/1s, you get rid of all the other stuff, and you leave like 2 fucking 5 mana creatures or whatever you want. You just leave it, and then you pay that ability, and then they go, I have to give you what you want because you delved for him.
Well, as long as you don't hit something on those
two cards, right? You have a
off your top of
chance.
your library. You don't pull something crazy.
Exactly.
So,
Hopefully,
yeah.
just fucking pull 2 lands,
never know.
or pull a land and something awesome.
That's kind of cool.
So I think that alone is really fucking sweet. That the delve works perfectly with the activated ability, and I don't think there's a lot of that going on here. The first delve card I've seen like that, at least, where you get to
pretty
delve
cool
works
right
with the
there.
mechanic.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
All right, guys.
And it's a 4/5 for 1 mana. 1 mana. Why do they make it 1 swamp to cast it? They should have done 2 swamps or whatever. Delve cards that are just like Treasure Cruise is fucking broken because you can delve it for 1. This is also somehow broken because you can delve it for fucking 1.
So that's legendary, mofo. It's legendary.
Yeah, I know. So turn you get some shit in your graveyard from whatever those green fucking spells are, the ones that put 4 or 5 cards in your graveyard.
Yeah.
Like the Satyr dude, and then the other Commune with the Gods, or whatever. You do that on turn 2, and then you get to bring this guy on turn 3 for 1 mana.
Boom.
What the fuck? And then you get to cast something else because you still have 3 mana. You have 1 mana for that,
And then you pay
2
the
mana
hybrid
for whatever. It's oh my god,
yeah.
I love it. I think it's too good.
All right, guys. There's something we need to talk about.
Is it discard?
It's
Is
not
it mill?
discard. It's not.
Is it your penis?
Well, it'll be a short conversation.
Is this card the name of your penis? Your new name, the new name.
Yes, it is. I am going to rename my penis Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Ugin the Dragon.
So this got spoiled.
You gonna give your cock a Fu Manchu?
Yeah.
Ugin-like.
So this got spoiled on Christmas Eve or Christmas or something, but let's go ahead and talk about this motherfucker. So, Ugin the Spirit Dragon is an 8 colorless planeswalker. So
Colorless Planeswalker. Is this Karn?
colorless planeswalker, very reminiscent of one such Karn.
Karn!
And it comes down with 7 loyalty. And the +2 is Ugin the Spirit Dragon deals 3 damage to target creature or player.
That's a big booty.
So,
That's
Lightning Strike for 8 mana, not too impressive, but let's keep going. -X. Exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less. That's 1 or more colors. So, board wipe.
And then you can avoid it because it has a stipulation that maybe you can play around.
And then -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield.
Which, if you can get to him with the 8 mana, you probably have something protect him for 2 turns to get him to be able to ultimate.
That's only on 3 turns after. So you play him +2, next turn +2, next turn -10. He's still alive, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. You play him for 2 turns on your 3rd turn, you can ultimate him.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Cost a lot, but I mean, it's definitely on my commander deck, and then from there, God, I want to try to play with them.
Yeah, it's definitely commander worthy.
Not standard. We're not in this standard for sure.
Do you think maybe like it could be a one of or two of in a control deck?
I'm thinking not.
No?
No.
How every game goes late with control decks, I mean, that
I think for
can't
8
come in as a
mana,
bomb
I
in
think
there?
you have a bunch. Like right now, control's pretty good in a good spot.
Okay.
And I think you're not wanting to take any of those spots away for an 8 mana card that doesn't really do a whole ton
Okay,
when
so
it comes down.
I ask you this: mono green. Do you think mono green? Because mono green can fucking drop this real.
Yeah,
fucking
mono green
early.
this out, rush this out pretty quick. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the minus X.
We are also talking to the guy who doesn't like any planeswalkers.
That's true. I don't.
We do remember
I
this.
hate planeswalkers.
Except for
awful.
Domri.
Except
His lava.
Tearing up.
get all choked up. But yeah, I like each permanent with converted mana costs X or less. That's one or more colors. So that is each permanent. That's your permanents.
Yeah.
Their permanents.
So if
Not if you play
Everybody's
Ugin's
permanent.
Construct.
Yeah, that's true. It's not colored.
So if you play a control deck, you don't have to worry about having really colored permanents on board, right?
Yeah, you're not going to have creatures out there.
Yeah.
to-
So you could just -6, and that's going to
So-
pretty much take out
That will
everything.
kill everything.
So hopefully you guys are going to like this. I have the red-blue artifact deck that plays the legend, the indestructible land.
Right,
So it's, when it comes to creature, it's a colorless creature. Indestructible anyways.
right.
Because of the blue spell, the insult artifact's blue. Who cares? Then you play Scuttling Doom Engine. And then you play the red and blue is going to be counters, which are instants, and burn, which is instants. So those are never permanents. So you're going to be able to play this guy with all that and never have a problem. And it does burn, which is what you want the deck to do anyways. And then it does the minus to wipe the board, your opponent's board. And you still have all your colorless creatures, your Scuttling Doom Engine.
Well, it
and
would
then-
take away the insult artifact. Because
Oh, because it is a permanent. It is a permanent. Oh, you're right. So that you're right. No. You're totally correct.
Yeah.
But still, you could. What's the fuckers? You sack it and you get 2 colorless mana.
Right, and that would work perfect for this because
What's it called?
You're not worried about it's a generator servant.
Yes.
and you're not going to worry about that because you're probably going to use it to bring up this guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
already.
There's also
I don't know. I feel it's probably a really good card. I just don't see it. I don't see what deck it's going to go into to be really good.
My question is, you say not in this standard. Well, this standard is built around going mid-range to later games. Like, I mean, there's trying to be these smaller aggro decks that are trying to go past that, but for the most part, all these bombs in this.
When I look
Shard
at this
freaking-
colorless planeswalker and I read it, it screams like a modern kind of deck. It wants to be in some kind of a modern deck or something that's not standard.
I think we need more like colorless ramp, like the Soul
Yeah.
Ring type shit. Then it would be like so playable if there were more cards that would like more generator servants out there that'll give you 2 colorless. I still think that someone's going to play it. I'm on board with like that this is going to happen a little bit. But I do see what you're saying, that 8 is like heavy, and it's like even though it's 8 colorless, it's still like 8 mana because we don't have the ramp necessary to get to 8.
I think this card is really going to shine like a year or 2 from now in a non-standard format.
Yeah.
I think, although I definitely want to play it, and I think I'm going to try and build my Waste Not deck and have this be one of the finishers in it, but I think this is just, it's going to be like Garrick the
Apex Predator.
Apex Predator. I think it looks fucking awesome, but it's too much. Not
and
gonna get
Garrick
there.
might even like be better than this in a lot of ways.
Well,
like,
yeah.
which
Yeah,
is which is
'cause-
crazy to say, but like
Because this doesn't necessarily. I mean, this protects itself, kind of.
Well, I mean, it's burn, which is good, but I don't know if I want to pay 8 mana for burn. It's a board wipe, which is good, but I can play some other complete board wipe that doesn't cost 8 mana or is around that cost. And then the ultimate, I mean, yeah, you get 7 life and 7 cards, but
I think the ultimate's fucking actually really cool.
yeah, the
Like I think the
ultimate's
ultimate's really, and it's like easy to get. It's like
Yeah.
2 turns away.
it can blow it up. But other than that, I don't see myself playing 8 mana for repeatable burn or 8 mana for a single board wipe.
And this falls in line with the other planeswalkers we have
It
from
wouldn't
this.
be a single board wipe, though.
Well, but you can keep
you
doing
wipe
it.
the board. The board's empty. You plus them up, and you put other
Well, you
creatures in
could
front of
even
it.
just do it again because it has 7, so you can just go -3 again or
or
something.
-6. Boom, start
Yeah.
tossing them up.
But I was saying that I was going to think that like it's 7 loyalty and then it's +2 for each one. So just like Soren and Sarkin, it's 2 ups to minus.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Did you?
Yeah.
No! Okay, good. You guys are doing great. I taught you guys well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a plus minus. He's still alive.
I mean, he looks great, but I just don't. I don't feel like he's going to be anywhere in anything in this standard.
I'm going to try and
I
get
hope
to
you
me.
get
I
beat
think
by
it's
him.
pretty cool.
He probably will beat me, but
I was saying
get beat by a lot
also,
of
we were
things,
also
though.
talking to the guy who doesn't like any planeswalkers whatsoever, and downgrades everyone he sees until he's like, wait a minute, actually, Cure is going to be fun.
Hey, Crow's going to like this.
Oh, you got the what's it called again?
No, it's
Was
not.
that grape
It's
juice?
just wine.
It's just wine. Nah,
just
then why the
wine.
hell would I like that?
No, because why am I drinking wine?
You gotta let it breathe. You gotta let the tannins breathe.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. Because
Okay?
we talked about wine. I'm like, I'm gonna drink a glass of wine.
What was I thinking of? What's the
Tannins.
beer?
What? Oh, it's sours.
Sours.
Yeah.
Sour mash. Anyways, so Monastery Mentor is 2 and a white for a 2/2. Has prowess.
Broken.
It's a human
Oh,
monk.
yeah, that thing's
Broken.
crazy.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess on the battlefield.
Double
That's
broken.
going to have the-
Triple broken.
That's going in the like
Jeskai tokens,
Jeskai,
Jeskai Ascendancy.
probably Jeskai tokens, and also like the blue, red, white control or the burn control I was talking about. It could go in there.
I wouldn't play it in that, but I see what you're saying. It is because of prowess. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys have any other cards you're really just bonerific about?
I think white and blue is looking kind of good so far from what I've seen in
There's
Spoiled.
a bunch of dragons. I don't really care.
Yeah, dragons, like they're like the whole dragon cycle that I see here. It's like, yeah, I've seen
Limited
cycles
bomb.
before.
Move along.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few shining cards, but a lot of it just looks like, like it looks like safe magic to me. Looks like they didn't go like Wizards didn't. I mean, there's probably some like 1 or 2 cards in here that are going to be like someone's going to figure it out in some way to combo it or break it. But other than that, I don't see anything that's like super pushing the limits to Magic.
Neutralizing Blast. Counter target multicolored spell. Is that going to happen? It's 2 mana. Colorless and a blue. Is that going to take precedence over any other
No.
card in sideboard or any of that stuff?
No,
I don't think
Limited,
so.
sure.
So,
Yeah, I don't know.
Only 2. You don't think there's even a chance, man?
well, just because you miss so much with it.
I think so too.
And like this
Well, I'm not saying
stuff's
that. I
strictly
think
a lot of
sideboard
monocolored.
more than main. I mean,
Maybe sideboard
Glare
maybe.
Heresy. I mean, it's not going to be in the main.
It'll
board.
block one of those like some big old multicolored bombs.
I think Disdainful Stroke is just like too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is up with Renowned Weaponsmith? All of a sudden, there's an Artificer in here. He's a 1/3 for 1 and a blue. You can tap him, add 2 to your 2 colorless mana
colorless.
to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to activate artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts.
To cast artifacts.
To
or-
yeah. And then blue and tap. Search your library for a card named Heart Piercer Bow or Vial of Dragonfire. Reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library.
So the bow, we know what that is.
That's the when they attack, it does 1 damage.
Yeah. So like when this creature attacks, it does 1 damage to target creature.
Or player, I
Or
think.
yeah, maybe or a player.
So whatever that one.
It's whatever.
But we don't know what Vial of Dragonfire is.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds sexy.
I think it's good though because I think that I'm going to throw that card into my blue-red artifact deck because they have that 1/3 artificer dude that is where all artifacts have convoke. I think this is better because I don't play enough creatures for that. I don't play any like token stuff.
Yeah, every time I played
So-
you against that deck, that guy doesn't really.
Yeah, you're not worried about
Do
it.
that.
Even if you have removal, you're just like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. So I think that it's a double caryatid for the deck because the only reason I need ramp is for colorless spells. And so I think that I will throw 4 of them in that deck and to try it out, and I really think it's going to work. I don't know, maybe I'll throw like 1 Heart Piercer dude, and Vial of whatever the fuck it's called.
Dragonfire.
To try it, you know what I mean? I'm sure I'll throw 1 of each in there because it'll at least use it, but I don't know. I don't really care about it too much.
What do you guys think about Lightning Shrieker as far as a burn deck strategy?
What is it?
5 mana, 5/5.
It's a lava axe,
yeah.
basically.
But it can come back. It shuffles into your library, so you can draw it again.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to draw it again, but
I'm
I
not
think
saying
that,
it's fantastic. I'm just saying, I mean, it's a possibility for
I
burn deck to try to make another.
I like it
finisher
more
kind
that
of
it just shuffles your library. I think that's like fine because like I like shuffling my library, so I can like pull some other shit. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Activates raid. I mean,
It's pretty cool for a
It
common.
does activate raid. That's good.
You know,
It is pretty cool for a common, but 5 mana. I'm trying to think what you would put in a 5 mana slot. I think I would definitely play this in limited 100%.
Yeah, limited for sure. I mean, like Lava Axe Unlimited. I'll play that.
Sure, 100%. And this is like, it's going to shuffle your library, and your chances of actually picking it up again in a limited format is way better
Okay.
than standard.
Did we talk about Flame Wake Phoenix?
It's Phoenix.
we have not talked about it yet.
So it's like the standard Phoenix, right? Like we always have a Phoenix.
Yeah, recurring.
2/2 for 3 Phoenix. Flying haste, attacks each turn if able, but the ferocious, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control oh my god, shut up! If you control a creature with 4 power or greater, ferocious, you may pay 1 red. If you do, return the Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that means it's going to be to the battlefield,
Ready to
attack. So this was on the A team, and I'm thinking about other things that it could be used for, but it works perfectly with Butcher of the Horde. Because when you bring out Butcher of the Horde, or if you bring out Butcher of the Horde and you already have this guy on there, you sack him, to give him haste, or even if he's already there, give him lifelink, and then you get to pay 1 red and bring him back attacking. So
I like that.
you get to just trigger Butcher for 1 red.
Yeah.
And then he's always going to be here. He's always going to be there, and that's fucking fantastic. Just like we all appreciated the soldier dude, the Bloodsoaked Champion, for triggering that guy. This is better. This is in the air, attacking for 2 that turn. Like it's cheaper. It's in the air, and it's that turn. Like it's all things better than that.
I'll ask you this: so besides the Butcher of the Horde effect, do you see it as being not a piece of shit for anything else?
Ferocious, I don't like in any other deck.
Yeah.
I mean, like Ferocious in general. Even though I play like big rampy monsters, I don't like.
I'm not a fan of Ferocious.
So very hit or miss.
I will say that the 3 mana 2/2 Phoenix always sees play. So my bet is that it is for sure going to see play somewhere.
Although
it always sees play.
Traditionally, it's not in like a
right,
like a ferocious type deck where you would have a 4. It's usually a bunch of small guys and burn and shit. But yeah, like in my Mardu deck, besides Butcher of the Horde, and the other Phoenix, like there's nothing else that's going to trigger it.
Well, how about this? Like in my Jeskai deck, I have 4. What are they called? The dragons, Stormbreath dragons. Mm-hmm. He has haste. This guy's on my graveyard because he already died from whatever previous turn. I cast Stormbreath. I pay 1 extra red. Now they both get to attack.
Well, I mean, I do like the fact that he's kind of a dick hair. Just hard to get rid of. And in my deck, I'm trying to abuse the Perforos triggers. Mm-hmm. I definitely will try and give him a shot. I just don't think he's going to.
He does technically work also with Sarkhan once you plus him.
Yeah, that's true.
Sarkhan,
Sarkhan, Stormbreath Dragon, the Butchers, and the other Phoenix. So actually, maybe yeah.
I think all I'm saying is I think it's going to see play. I think they always have, and I think it will this time.
Everybody likes Phoenix.
Everybody likes 2/2 Phoenix.
You, sir, have convinced me to give it a shot.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was just a piece
3 mana
of shit.
2/2.
Who gives a fuck?
There's going to be other things to figure out. The only thing
It is no
that
Chandra's Phoenix, but I'd give it a shot.
attacks each turn if able. That kind of sucks. Yeah. That kind of sucks. So. Yeah, anything else?
I think the Shamanic Revelation is kind of a cool card because green doesn't have card draw really. So I think that one's interesting.
Which one's that?
Draw a card for each creature you control. Ferocious, if you gain 4 life for each creature you control, power 4 or greater. So I mean, green's all about creatures, right? I mean, it has that chance to all of a sudden, 5 mana, sure, but you get to draw cards late game when you've been playing your creatures the whole time.
And there's another enchantment spell. Whenever it dies, you draw that many cards equal to its power or something.
Toughness, yeah.
Toughness, which is
It's the wild card source. Oh, not wild card. It's which one was it? But yeah, it is
Fruit of the first tree.
Yeah, that's
enchant creature. When enchant creature dies, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is its toughness.
Yeah, not too bad.
Once again, limited.
Very good limited
And
card.
somehow it's got to be like super specific and like a very specific. It's got to just have a deck built around it,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, guys, but I'm really looking forward to limited playing with these cards.
I am too.
Hell yeah.
The other thing,
More so
though,
than
more than
standard.
just to say anything besides limited, is the bolster effect will give a lot of different
Oh, yeah,
things
bolster.
bigger
We're
asses.
going to talk about bolster.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to play
We gotta
that,
mention it, yeah.
that rotted fucking elephant that's in the
Rotted
cons.
Mastodon?
There we go.
2/8, yeah, no,
yeah, you're not going to play that. But in this, you can have some smaller creature, bolster it up, and next thing you know, you can play that instant. And
That's true. If you bolster 2, you get to draw 2 extra cards.
I mean, you got some 3/3, now you're drawing 5 cards because they got bolstered.
So bolster.
Your opponent might not want that creature to die, so it'll just get in for attacking, you know what I mean?
Lay that
Well,
bolster
then you're
on
hitting
me.
for 5. I mean,
What's the bolster?
Bust out that
You
bolster.
want to know about some bolster?
Yeah.
Well, we got a
bolster
Sand
my
Step
balls.
Mastodon. That is 5 colorless, 2 green. This is probably the biggest bolster I think in the set so far. But it's a creature, an elephant with reach,
Of course.
because the tusks do reach far. I have no idea why they gave a fucking an elephant reach, but he does. I guess
They're fucking tall.
he can stand up. He's got a trunk. Briefly.
Yeah, birds can only fly 15 feet in the air. That's the max.
I don't know. They can't go any higher. But essentially, he is a 5/5 for 7 with reach. And he has the text, when Sandstep Mastodon enters the battlefield, bolster 5. Well, bolster, you say. What is that? It is choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put 5 +1/+1 counters on it, or however much the bolster amount is. So, literally, this thing is the only thing you have on the board, and you play this guy, I believe he can bolster himself.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It does.
10/10.
So he can be a 10/10 for 7 mana.
With reach.
With reach. Always
Fucking
reach.
ridiculous.
But if you have a,
God damn it.
say, a Sylvian Caryatid,
Boom. Blocker
Boom.
for days.
Yeah, 5
huge
blocker.
Sylvian Caryatid. But yeah, bolster's kind of cool. I don't know yet how I feel about it. I think there's probably a few good bolster cards, but
I think it's Outlast. Simple as that. I think that
think it's
limited.
better
good.
Outlast, though.
Either way, I
it's a
think
better
it works the
Outlast, 'cause
same
you
way
have to
though.
tap your guy and pay mana to do it.
Right.
You're bringing in another creature, and then something else is getting bigger.
My point is though is that Outlast is not like a constructed playable thing.
Oh, I
It's like a
understand. I agree.
limited, like it's like
Right.
the best deck in limited type shit. And I think this is going to be one of those things that if you draft it, you draft a whole bunch, and then your team is going to be gigantic like Outlast.
There are the chances of those particular cards I have, like when they have everything, it gives everything has a 1/1 counter on it, like reach or double
Right.
strike or different things. There's some
So Outlast
chances
is better. Well, is that your saying?
No, I'm saying because there's cards that
Oh,
when anything else has a counter on it, that card gives
Right.
that card flying or whatever. So
Play the two together,
bolster, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You put them together, you know. You have your different creatures out there. You get to bolster this guy, but because this guy's here, he now gets countered without having to outlast him or do this or that. I just think
that's a good
bolster
idea.
is better.
I think that limited, this is going to be the same. This is going to go off. There's going to be huge creatures, and it's going to be one of those like late game things where like, well, I can't do anything about this now.
So, fun little flavor, little mindfuck here. In Fate Reforged, we're going back in time, you know,
Right.
to when the cons are fighting the dragons and not each other. And so, if you look at all the mechanics, they're all like quote unquote earlier versions of the previous mechanics. So, Manifest is like
Morph.
and then Dash is like,
Raid.
and then
This is like quiz time.
yeah, and then Manifest.
Is more.
We just said that.
bolster.
And then
Were you paying attention?
And then Dash, no,
Bolster's Outlast.
Bolster's
Right.
Outlast.
That's pretty good. I didn't really think about
Kind of a
that.
little cool thing.
I saw Synergy, but I didn't really realize that it's like, oh yeah, that is it.
That's right.
Well, what's up with Ferocious then?
Ferocious not one. That's from.
That's
Just
Theros.
Ferocious.
Yeah, that's
no, but
Ferocious.
Ferocious. No, Ferocious.
What about it?
That's the.
Oh wait, is that
No, Ferocious is the toughest power forward
What year
greater
is
thing.
this?
they?
So why don't they have, like, double
they-
Ferocious?
Well, they brought back.
Why don't they have Fierce?
They brought back some and brought in new mechanics, and
And I hear the ones that didn't do now, they're going to reiterate them into dragons.
so there'll be future. You know the yeah okay
Like
all right.
cyborg dragons?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, baby.
All right, so I mean that's it for the spoilers.
Well, real quick,
go ahead.
have you guys looked or seen the Clash packs they've announced? They've given
Oh,
out a deck list
I thank you
and
for
some
bringing that
pretty
up.
cool new artwork on some cards, including new Courser Groovix. It looks pretty fucking sweet.
new coursers,
new coursers?
new heroes downfall.
That artwork looks horrible. by
And
the
then
way.
there was one more I was pretty
Elspeth.
impressed with. No, it wasn't. It was in the
Whip of
Clash.
Erebos
Oh, that-
in there.
And the whip.
What's the new Elspeth?
Oh yeah, new whip.
So
That's a different Clash Pack than the ones you're doing.
no, it's not Clash Pack. That's
that's
Versus.
Oh, the versus deck. Yeah, that helps. But
the Clash ones are ones you can play separately, or if you want, you can combine the decks and then make it a better deck.
super
for the
deck.
cards.
Yeah, right.
mega deck.
And there's 5 other cards I think they put in there that haven't been spoiled yet. They're like, oh, if you see cards on this list here that you don't know the name of, get prepared. They're coming to be spoiled soon.
This one was pretty cool. The
Yeah,
previous
it
one,
looks
I was like,
interesting.
whatever. But this Clash Pack looks like I might buy
There's
it.
5 new. I think there's a Sultai Ascendancy new one, I believe. Is that what it was?
They're both Sultai.
Yeah, so the Sultai Ascendancy has a new art one.
Okay.
Sultai, Whip of Erebos, Hero's Downfall, Courser Crew Fix, and there's one more that I can't think of right now.
But I was like, wow,
Charging Badger.
they're reprinting them. That's cool. So, I mean, that's it for the spoilers.
We hope you liked it.
Yeah, we did. We hope
We
you
value your
enjoyed
opinions.
it.
Please send us messages on Twitter and Facebook.
So, this is the beginning of the new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Fuck you guys.
So, what was your favorite Magic-related moment of 2014? Whether it be like a specific play, like I did this and then this, or one time I was buying Magic cards and I kicked this guy in the nuts. You know, whatever.
I like when Apple got hacked and released all those pictures of the celebrities. The
Yeah.
butts and
That
stuff.
was a great time.
That was magic. Kate Upton. I mean, I like her better with the top on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, she turns from a girl to a boy. So, anyways, Kate, if you're listening, we love you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's listening to
Yeah.
that.
She's listening.
You can take your top off anytime. It's fine. But yeah, rapid fire, hot sauce.
Really,
Any magic related moment.
I think that the new set release schedule thing where they changing it up and they're taking away the core sets, shit like that.
Yeah.
I think I like it. I think it's really cool. I think that like when we think about like Caryatid being here for 2 years, you're like, nah, I don't really want that. And then same thing with like Desecration Demon, like those bombs that you're like, well, now it's here. Now it's going to be here for 18 months, and we'll have to see it every single time, and the set's just going to change a little bit here and there, but we're just going to deal with this mono black devotion this whole time. I'm glad to see like the rotation happen more often, and it happens like every 6 months now too, instead of every year.
no,
They wipe it out.
no. It's so before it was every 24 months there was rotation.
No.
What?
It's every year.
Was I not paying attention?
They rotate every.
He said before.
Before it was they rotate out every 24 months.
What do you mean before? Like years ago?
No.
No, like it is right now.
They're changing.
No, every year they rotate out. Like okay. No. Okay, I get what you're saying. We're saying the same thing. The rotation.
Well, you're saying it dumb.
Rotation.
Agreed.
Rotation happens every year, but the cards last for 2 years. At least in the Theros set. The first set comes out. It lasts 2 years, but like rotation happens every September. Like Ravnica block went out, and then Theros block's gonna go out. It's every year rotation.
Okay,
A particular set lasts 2
going.
years.
But it doesn't last 2 years though, because Journey into Nyx is only going to last like 15 months or 12 or 15 months.
Semantics.
I'm just saying that it's not.
I'm so confused.
Is that okay? When a set comes,
Just let it go.
No. When Theros
Porphyros.
when Theros came out, it's last 24 months.
Right.
But when what's the middle set? Born of the Gods comes out, that only lasts 21 months. And then the next one comes out, it lasts
Right.
18 months. And then the core set only lasts 15 months.
Right.
And then rotation happens. And so all those things is not 2 years. But this one, when they do it, things are going to last 18 months and 15 months. And then rotate 18 months, 15 months, 18 months, 15 months.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. So like it's not going to be as long lived, and there's going to be like the shorter thing. Oh, we're saying the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's not. Not everything is 2 years. Now it's going to be like where everything is grouped right in the middle, not spread out over a year. Everything is grouped in 6 months.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
I
take
did,
the reins.
I did understand that.
All it means is you got to spend more money.
It does mean
more
that.
money.
It totally does.
I get new cards.
But the meta changes faster, and I like
Yeah,
that.
And
it's not so
it's
stale.
It's a brewer's paradise.
Right.
So, Crow, what was your favorite magic moment?
For me, everything, man. Being so brand new to this,
Yeah, just
4
playing.
5 months, and I love it. If I were to go particular, for me, it's my continued everyday evolution of seeing myself get better as far as strategy, style of brewing, of understanding, like, okay, I'm pretty sure he has this card right now, and just continuing to grow in this game, because I love strategy. so much, and so this has just been my paradise. Like, I grew up playing Stratego, which I think is just a great freaking game. And if you haven't played it, look it up, play it. It's a lot of fun.
Old school board.
So to the point where, like, I'd play that against my dad, and then I continued to beat him all the time, so he stopped playing with me. My mom wasn't good at Stratego stuff. My brother, nobody. So for years, I've loved Stratego, but I haven't played it in years because nobody will play against me anymore because they're like, well, you're going to win. I don't want to play. Now Magic is this new thing I'm trying to conquer to the point where it's just 10,000 times more intense. So many routes. I'm just bafflingly in love with the strategy game that this is, and it's so much fun to me that I have fallen deeply and quickly into this, and I don't see how I'm going to ever get out of it. And I'm okay with that. I am thoroughly okay with that. I love it. I love it.
It is a good game.
Nice.
So my favorite part is you guys continuing to teach me and playing Magic with you fuckers.
Hell
And
yeah.
this podcast is a great time. Nobody
yeah.
listens to us. I love doing that.
All right, Ryke, you're up.
This magic moment. This magic moment in this year, 2014, is brought to you by Domri Raid.
Rest in peace.
May he always
Rest in
be
peace.
with us forever in our hearts. What?
Isn't that the worst moment?
It is the best and the worst, all rolled up into one. No, probably my best moment was definitely getting to play with the Gruul cards, because 2014 was the year of the Gruul. They had some of the best cards.
That was green red, right?
Yeah, green red.
Obviously.
They had a good time.
Say it.
Good time in the sun. But I think Domri Raid was probably my favorite Magic moment. Just the card alone was such a game changer, and the synergy he brought to the Gruul was well appreciated. Will be missed. Et tu brute.
How about you, Knife? What's your favorite moment, bud? Come on, let's be honest. This is when I joined the crew here.
Yeah, well,
That's what Hot Sauce wanted to say. He just didn't want to sound too gates, but you know what?
yeah,
We're close
Yeah,
enough,
we're
right,
close.
bud? Come on.
Our beards have touched. It's okay.
Oh, they rub frequently.
So mine isn't really a specific moment, but it's pretty much just Magic podcasts in general. We started this cast just
February, right?
Oh yeah.
it was February or March or something. But we've all known each other pretty well for a long time, and it kind of all playing Magic brings us all together. And I don't know, we've always talked about, doing
Dicks
something.
and all this stuff. That's always been natural
Yeah, just
conversation.
Key party.
Docking.
yeah.
Talking.
Yeah. It's just reoccurring themes.
We can actually put it on media, get it out to the world.
But we've always wanted to do something creative. It's something we've always talked about on and off, whether it's like sketch comedy or something. And so it was nice that we fell in love with this game, and it gave us an outlet for that creativity, and we can just be ourselves and be funny. And like even now, like even if there's people listening, like we're doing it mostly for us because this is fun. And if anybody learns anything or finds us funny or just helps you get through the workday, like fuck, that's just icing on the cake right there,
Yeah.
you know?
It really is, yeah, exactly.
And also, speaking of listening to podcasts at work, shout out to all the other people who are doing the exact same thing as we're doing. Just putting out content just because they fucking love to. Like, I listen to so many podcasts during my first 4 hours at work. It just gets me through the day. The A-Team, Heavy Meta, Brainstorm Brewery, Monday Night Magic, and there's, countless others that are just... I look forward to the day that they come out. I know the day, and then I'm like, when I wake up, I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Heavy Meta on Friday. And speaking of which... The A-Team is switching the day they record, and so hence they're switching the day they put out their podcast.
Aren't they coming out Thursdays now?
Coming out Thursdays. So, gentlemen, that leaves a gaping hole in Monday.
Dude, I love gaping holes.
Yeah, speaking
I
of...
do love Mondays.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Got a mad case of Mondays here, bro.
We got this all covered.
There's nothing I love better than a gaping hole on a Monday. Yeah. So, we've, ever since A Quickness has left the cast, we've been kind of on and off with our recordings, and me, especially with the editing, there's always excuses, and they come out like 2 weeks later, and then the podcast isn't relevant anymore. So we're going to change it up a little for 2015. We're going to be recording hopefully on Thursdays, and if not, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the podcast will be coming out on Mondays.
Weekly podcast, everybody.
And
Round of applause.
Let's do it.
Everybody in your cars or cubicles, put your hands up in the air.
Yeah.
Like you just don't care.
you're riding the bus, just stick your dick up against the glass, mash it up there.
Yeah, exactly. And just shout, weekly podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone will get it.
Give someone a
they'll be
Texas
in.
belt buckle. Slap
I
them
don't know
with it.
exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, so we're gonna step it up a little bit. Try and get some more video content out to you guys, but we just started this to have fun, and we're continuing to do it, and apparently there's quite a bit of people listening. The last stats I got, there's like about on average 600 people listening per episode. So, glad you guys like it, and to wrap up this podcast, what's your magic goal or something you want to accomplish or something you're looking forward to in 2015? Ryke?
Ooh, my magic goal is actually to get a fucking standard deck that I
was going to say to build a fucking deck of
Play
cards.
magic.
that I can actually play Magic at Friday Night Magic would be fabulous. Would be a great goal. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be getting a deck together. I have some ideas. Teamer's I got my Teamer boner going on, so I think I'm gonna go down that road, and I'll get it together so we can actually get to a Friday Night Magic.
Get it together.
It'll be fun. I got a lot of good cards. I got to get rid of
Got to
Elspeths.
use them.
Gotta sell my Elspeths.
I'll trade them. I'll get them from you.
But yeah, that is my magic goal of 2015.
All right, Crow.
For me, I had so much fun at that Friday Night Magic. I want to continue to get out to them because I want to continue to get better at this game. And so my short-term goal is I want to win a Friday Night Magic. Long-term is I'd like to go out there and do okay at a PTQ or one of the Star City Games, IQs, whatever. I want to continue to get good at this game. I love it, so I want to get more competitive with it. I'm not sitting here saying I have a wife and son. I don't have the time to actually try to make a pro tour or something like that. I can't say that, but I want to make them get out there, do good at Friday Night Magics, get to some fucking PTQs, and try to do well at them. That's my goal. I want to get a little more intense with this.
All right, get a little more competitive.
Exactly.
Which is good.
All right, what you got, Sauce?
Mine's pretty serious.
What is it?
Moto.
Moto. Oh, man.
It's a two-parter. Moto and streaming.
I like that. I like it.
Scheduled streaming.
I'm hard. I
Went from 6 to midnight, I'm telling you what.
Sounds
jizz in my
expensive.
pants.
So
What's that Lonely Island Boys song or whatever?
Jizz in my pants.
There you go.
I do-
like a boss.
I have limited... computers... Me and computers, we just don't mix.
Yeah.
I like hardware.
Yeah, you
I
like-
like technical stuff.
Yeah, you
I
like
love it.
cars and oil.
Yeah, I like
And
resistors.
hammers.
I like diodes.
Dildos.
Like transistors.
Yeah, he's,
I like all that.
he's all heavy into the strap-ons and the hardware.
And then when the computer doesn't do what I want, I go, I gotta call somebody. I don't know. do I put a piece of bologna in the CD drive? Like, I don't know.
It's the same size.
I don't know.
You're
what to
not
do.
that half.
I don't know what to do about it. So I did pick up on how to stream Moto on the computer. It's a little clunky for me, but it works. When I get it to work, I'm like, all right, don't touch anything. Leave it alone. Get out of here, Louie. And then it works. So I'm thinking that if I can get the whole webcam on the face and the
Put it on the man bush.
like
just
yes,
keep it
right? Just on my ass.
ass cam.
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey that shit. Just,
Dude, I'm gonna have like 90% like fetish assholes on like for like a porn thing, and then like 10% for like magic. Yeah, magic. I forgot.
all these dudes have like their cats in the background they're casting. Just have your dog like tied off with his asshole just constantly open
dog,
and flared out and
exactly.
off the screen.
Open and flared.
Never want to
Exactly.
dog asshole and open and flared at the
Exactly.
same time.
Teasing it with peanut butter.
Anal glands just like blowing up at the
No,
camera.
come on.
No,
that was
it's
too far.
It's never.
I don't
too
know
far.
why that just grosses me out. Dog's anal glands.
What if
That's
we-
not
okay,
anal glands isn't a thing you should be talking about.
You know when people stream, they have like a
Overlay.
they have like an no. They have the webcam image as like a very small thing in the corner,
Right.
and then the main image is them playing Magic.
You
But
reverse that, right?
mine's gonna be the reverse. It's gonna be
that shit.
just mine, like dog's ass on Tuesdays, my ass on Thursdays.
Yeah, you're forced an asshole.
And then just the magic up in the tiny little corner where you can't see shit. You're like, I was playing green, I think. And that's it. That's all you get.
Is that a pube on the screen?
Yeah,
What's
exactly.
happening?
So it's gonna. No, I'm thinking that I'm gonna start getting a little bit of Moto. I'm not gonna be doing tier 1 decks. I'm gonna be doing more like
Brew Daddy Johnson?
Homebrew?
Yeah, just homebrews and simple stuff and like weird shit, like that's cheap. And I'll probably not play in like the tournament room so much unless like I understand the deck pretty well. But if I'm just like trying it out, I'll just do like just for fun, and I'll just mess around and see how weird shit works.
Yeah.
And then if I understand the deck and it's like, oh, it actually fucking works, then I'll go ahead and throw it to tournament practice.
Nice.
But I feel that I need to step it up on Moto, and I need to step it up on streaming, and if we can figure out like Thursdays or Mondays for podcast release every single time, and we get that going and we feel confident and really excited about it, then that means that we can all step it up and start doing our own part, maybe, possibly, and we can...
I wish we had a video of that right there. He has no idea what's going on.
Right as he said that, he gave this sly little look over to his right to Ryke.
Hintity hint.
Yeah.
For all of us. And I think that I can do some semi-entertaining streaming where I make a lot of mistakes but say fuck and dick a lot.
I like it.
That's it. And then what do you... And then,
You ready before you go to that?
Go ahead.
I got a challenge for you. I'd like to make a Waste Not versus your Control Burn videos. A couple of them. A little match video.
Yeah.
Soon. Not like 3 weeks from now. Like shortly in the
I'm
next
down.
2
Right
weeks
now.
or so.
That sounds
next week and a
fantastic.
half. Tomorrow, whatever.
before this next set comes out. Because then everything will
that'd be
change.
nice. Yeah. So
Okay.
I'd like to do that.
Let's do it. That's another thing. If the podcast goes well, if we can get it out on Mondays, if everything goes smooth, then we can do streaming and have that be a once a week thing on one night for 3 hours or whatever. And then we can also have a weekly release date for videos. And we can maybe put out like 2 videos every Monday, whatever. Day that ends in Y, whatever day that, I don't know.
None suck cock?
Whoa. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we can start expanding and getting some more content out there.
I like it.
And then the website can get a little rub.
Yeah, Peppermint Swirl was handling the website, and he was just like told us like, oh, this is what you want to do when you put the new episode up. Me and Sauce were like, oh yeah, definitely. And then we just
I tried.
You've tried?
I literally tried, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Once again, it's programming. I'm like, I can get 25% of it right, and the other 75%, I'm like, well, this is just bullshit.
I haven't even really tried. I just been lazy. But yeah, we need to get up on the website. But as for my goals or aspirations or what I'm looking forward to in 2015, my minor goal is to finish my zombie EDH deck.
Right.
You've been working hard on.
You said hard on. I've been ordering cards like there's no tomorrow, and I almost have my list finished. I'm working based off a list I found on Tapped Out, but I'm changing some things because it's an outdated list, and I'm not about to buy like strip mines and wastelands and all that shit, so I'm just...
Yeah, if it's like over $20, it's like, I'm not even considering it.
Well...
If it's over $40.
If it's over $30, I'm not considering it.
Aren't you buying a lot of foils as well?
Well, I'm trying to foil it out as much as possible because, there's some cards that are just like, oh, this is 50 cents, and it's $2 for the foil. And then there's some where it's like $25 for the foil.
Grizzle brand.
And you're like,
that Grizzle brand.
But so that's my little just side goal. But what I'm really looking forward to and I want to accomplish in 2015 is going to motherfucking Vegas with this hairy bastard over here and fucking hitting up that... I don't even want to play in the tournament. I just want to fuck around the whole time.
yeah, exactly.
So,
and find other guys like us to just play Magic.
Fuck around with.
And
yeah, I'm gonna be
What happens in Vegas,
I'm gonna be buying
Little,
drinks and then just
snuggling.
shoving them down your throat. It's gonna be great.
You're gonna hold drinks above him while your cock goes in his throat. What'd you just say?
He's not even going to open the cap.
Deep throated bitch.
Yeah, take this Kraken. But that's pretty much it for the episode. Man, last year was good. This year's gonna be even better, and can't wait till the set comes out. So it'll kind of change things up, even though standards kind of, it's not really set quite yet. But
Oh, the black guy just showed up.
Time to finish it. We might get stabbed.
what do you got to say? Come on, it's the end of the podcast. What do you got for us?
Closing it up.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Pull the dick out your mouth.
No, I didn't have a very good day today. I don't want to talk about it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, damn it! I didn't mean to call it. Sorry. Come give Papa a hug.
Primarily your fault.
Motherfucker.
The exotics.
You did touch me, though.
Well,
Side
thanks
note.
for just fucking it up for us. That was going to be a great...
We literally just had our best cast ever.
Yeah. And now I have to edit this shit out. Now it's not going to come out on Monday because I got to fucking edit your stupid voice out. What frequency is it? Fucking 88 fucking kilowaves, whatever.
Jewel-a-wave.
Yeah.
We should take a picture right now because he's actually sitting down with the cast. This is awesome.
Everyone adds an extra scoop.
Mix an ounce of a smile so sweet.
A dash of cool to add the heat. And you got
Too many cooks.
too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
It takes a lot to make a stew.
Especially when it's me and you.
And him and Steve from corporate too.
Too many cooks, it's true.
They say it goes, it'll spoil the broth.
Honey, I think that's not true.
Well, maybe too many cooks will spoil the broth, but they'll fill our hearts with so much love. Fill our hearts with love.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Takes a lot to make a stew. I couldn't face these streets without you.
A dash of crime to add some spice.
This city's like a pressure cooker turned up to high. Some people say it's spoil the broth, but that's not the American way. Too many cooks will serve a helping of freedom and resist the forces of evil. It takes a lot to make a stew.
A pinch of salt and laughter too.
A scoop of kids to add the spice.
A dash of love to make it nice. And you got
Too many cooks.
too many